Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new era of rallying at the EA Sports Creator Series. Usually, we're on the track in F1, but on nights from now on, we will be going rallying on EA Sports WRC, and I am very excited for the next 8 weeks of content that we have to show on the channel. I am Gareth Allen, and alongside me tonight, I'm delighted to say it's Alfie White. How are you doing?
Not too bad. It's a bit of a step into the unknown, I think, maybe for both of us here. So I think it's going to be exciting evening. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, absolutely. A bit of a different format if you're following us, obviously, from the F1 Creator Series and you've never watched rallying before. One, how have you never watched rallying before? It's amazing. Two, we have a very different kind of layout here. We actually have timed events, staggered releases of our drivers. And our first one is actually going to be going at 25 past. So we should probably go over to him now. It's Punju, our first creator, who will be hitting the track. And at the moment, he's just showing his Discord on stream. So that's good. Straight away. Welcome to the world of rallying. It's actually just a series of Discord chats. But we do have 8 events. Punju joining in there. Thank you very much. We do have 8 events that are going to be run. Rally Finland is going to be the first one, going to the forests of central Finland, really the spiritual home of rallying. So no greater place to actually start an event with jumps, bumps, thrills, really high speed runs through the forest. Are you looking forward to this one, Alfie?
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole different game to just driving down a track. No DRS in this. Completely different kind of like tire compounds, the way the car handles. For some of these guys, it's going to be a completely new experience. So it's going to shake things up in the order potentially.
Absolutely. We also are going to be using a range of different rally cars throughout all of the eras. Group B, Rally One, WRC cars from yesteryear. It's going to be brilliant. This week we do have the Rally One cars, the hybrid powered cars. So we will see the energy and boost scenarios come into play and valid boosts being played out on the circuit. So that will be something to look out for. But yeah, I think we should go over to Punju because he surely is going to start anytime soon, and we do want to have that on scene. We'll just wait for him while he's looking at this. But I think he's going to get going. I wonder if he's going to update the timings a little bit in the background. We'll keep abreast of that in case. But we do actually have, I meant to have a run plan of 7:25 UK time. This is Punju was meant to get going, and then it's a 30-second stagger. So then Dirk, then Patterson, then B Roy, then only Vic and Maraki. So we're running a little bit behind schedule here. Obviously, we were broadcasting a little bit behind schedule. We were meant to be live at the quarter past, but it's the first round of this. It's the EA Sports WRC EA Creator Series Club. So that's the name of this, and yeah, it's gonna be a little bit frantic at times. And I think we do actually have certain cars out there. I think Patterson has even started his go, so that's we can go over to Patterson.
Oh,
Oh, actually, Patterson may be doing what I did, and if we go over to Patterson, here he is. He's gone into it. So what I did when I was playing through this, because everyone at home can get involved. I'll tell people
ooh.
more about that in a little bit later. But what I did is I just did a couple of recce's thinking, oh, it won't damage my car. It's fine. It did damage my car. And then I was starting the first stage with only 3 wheels, which is not ideal if you're new to rallying. But Patterson's out there with his Formula wheel and making an absolute beast of that car. I believe he's in the Toyota.
Yeah, I mean, it just amazes me watching them. Well, watching them try to keep it on the road through these just all these hills and jumps, and you can see the directions and instructions at the top of the screen as well as he's making his way through some poor unsuspecting farmers' territory there. But yeah,
Yeah. I think they well suspected. So he's traveling through the forest here, and the first stage is Hatton Par. So it's a
whoa,
12.5 kilometer run, and he's just made another big mistake and having a lot of fun with it too.
yeah. Um, so obviously we've got about what's that? Have we got how many cars have we got going in a row here?
So we got 6 drivers out there. I've no idea what the running order is now, to be honest. Dirk
Yep.
Chocolate is out there on the
Oh,
road. He's through sector 3. Actually, he's further along, so he got going when he was meant to get going. So
yeah.
we can say that we've missed the start of the rallies, which is I think is going to be quite textbook for how we run things here on Monday nights on the Creator Series channel. But he's now traversing this terrain, and you'll see it's actually quite early on in the day. Actually, it's before sunrise when this first stage is set. Now, all cars are running on a kind of spec layout, so everyone's conditions are exactly the same. It's not like real world rallying, where, of course, the person going first has a disadvantage because they have to sweep up the gravel stages and make it a smoother surface. A similar effect also happens in the snow and once it's snowed. So Dark Chocolate not having to deal with that, we're going earlier, but out there at the moment, and someone in the Hyundai i20 at the moment, pushing onwards here.
Yeah, of course, no expert in rallying itself. Oh, as Dirk his huge moment has just flown off the track into the trees. I was about to say he was keeping calm and collected and looked like he was setting some decent pace, but decided to explore the forest instead there.
Did you see the poster on Twitter that we put out?
The
Dark
poster?
Chocolate, the poster that we put out, serializing, WRC EA Creator Series Club, saying we're going
Yeah.
to be here every Monday. Dirk looks so annoyed in it. It's unbelievable. It looked like someone had just told him he'd lost his F1 seat, which
I'm gonna have
effectively
to
he
check
has.
this out.
So, but
Crazy
yeah, so
series.
Dirk, I think, will be one of the first to go it. So we can go full screen with Dirk actually and follow him through this circuit as he's making a
See
bit
what
of
you
a
mean.
meal of it out there and just looking forward through these red houses he goes and towards the final couple of sectors. Now, it's quite a fast and flowing end to the race, undulating bumps, crests all over the place. And what I quite like about him is,
Whoa!
he gets all over the place.
Oh!
And he's in the trees. And of course, damage is absolutely critical here. So let me explain how the
Wow.
clubs work to people who are maybe new to the EA Sports WRC game. Is that clubs has this really cool thing in RaceNet where you can organize a kind of spec event
Oh my!
as it goes over as well and rolling, and that car's going to be very damaged. Now, damage counts. There are service points. We have 5 different service points. One at the start of this stage that is already passed. Yeah, he's he's going the wrong way as well. What he's doing is actually
Oh,
pushing. He's basically damaging his car, and that means that he won't be able to he'll carry that damage in for the next few stages, and then there's only limited service times. So stage 4 has a service time, 45 minutes worth of repairs you can make. That's a system within the game where you can have to prioritize certain parts over other parts. Bodywork often not getting fixed because it's only a bit of air it gets, whereas the engine will get fixed unless it's only just a little bit of bodywork damage you've got through those stages. But Dirk absolutely making a meal of this one so far. 6:36, 6:37 so far as he comes towards the final sector.
yep. So I think you said to me earlier, racing around Finland, quite an iconic rally stage, and of course we have several stages this evening, 12 in total. And in terms of a good pace, world record around here, a 4-minute 59. So currently setting his
I think
does
I
it,
went
does it even
faster than
count as a record at this point?
that. 7 minutes and 4 seconds is very, very slow. Now, we will be able to
There he
show you
goes.
full standings, not just from our creators night, but people who want to get involved at home because it's just a club. You can go out onto the race net, onto clubs, search for the Creator Series Club, and there we are. Join along, and you'll be able to race every single one of our 8 rallies. The next
Wow.
Rally Sweden, begins at 7 a.m. UK time tomorrow. So everyone can get involved, and you could win this championship. You could be the
Oh.
fastest person in this championship. B-Way sends it far too in there early into the stage.
Yep. So for anyone who doesn't understand, how does the resetting work as well?
So the resetting, you just reset to track. You take a time penalty, basically, and it would come
Nice.
up on track depending how far you go off. Sometimes it's like 6 seconds, 3 seconds.
Yep.
Sometimes it's 20 seconds. But look, Sainbury's 13. That's me down in 16th position. Dirk was still faster than me, so that shows how quite slow I was on my run. But yeah, I mean, I've run these events this week. I've run about 8 of them. Having said that, I didn't get time to do
Mm.
all of them, but I was out there. So Dirk now has a bit of time, and I'll tell you what, we can get Dirk into the interview room actually if he's available to chat. We'll see. He's in the broadcast waiting room, but he's completely deafened, so we can get him in and see if he realizes he's being moved. He could maybe join. Let's see. He has stopped his car. We just see him roll multiple times, and he's also going on replay. He's unmuted. Dirk, you're going to be carrying on quite a lot of damage through these stages, aren't you?
Listen, that was just the start. We can only get better from there. That's all I'm gonna say. Wasn't the greatest of starts, but it can only get better. Yeah. Positives.
Yeah, I mean, 7 minutes. What was it? 7 minutes and 5 seconds. 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Something like that. You were faster than me, Dirk. I can confirm you were faster than me. Two places faster than me. So that's all that matters. Although I did stage with 3 wheels, so I don't know.
I
You know,
did a practice run before this, I did a 6:11. And I was like, yeah, we can do that. We can do. No, apparently not. Once the pressure's on, we start hitting trees.
Oh,
I hit the same tree. We can go and
Yeah.
race that and compare ourselves. I hit the same
That
tree.
tree is an absolute menace. Honestly, it's out to get me. Ah, man. That was just a lapse of concentration.
Absolutely.
Did you
Well,
see the roll?
we did see the roll. We saw it all, Dirk. Dirk, we were like, oh, we'll go on board with you because you seem furthest along.
oh,
Where you
Roy.
proceeded to bin it as B-Roy's actually binned it as well.
There we go. So it's not just me then. I think we'll do a competition who has the best roll after this, and then yeah, that's I'll be the winner.
His car's looking a lot better than yours, though. Do you know what I mean? His still resembles a car more than better than something from the Grand Tour.
Give it
So,
time. Give it time.
yeah, well, we'll let you get on with your next one. When's your next run? Have the timings been affected a bit? Because Punji wasn't going at A's a lot of time. Did you go
No,
your
I
lot of
went.
time?
I went a mile at a time. That
Oh.
Punju set. If Punju's not punctual, then
I think Punji was waiting for the broadcast to catch up. But
well, nah. My next stint, I'll tell you now. Hold on. I'll tell you in about 2 minutes.
it's 23:30.
23:30.
So you meant to go 2 minutes ago.
I'm off. See you later.
Uh,
I need to do something.
Dirk could join the
Oh,
service
dear.
stop there. We'll bob him over to the broadcast rating room. But there we are. We have some of our first runs, and we'll be able to go over to RaceNet and get those challenges. But B-Roy, I think is B-Roy gone on stage 2 here? I believe he has. We'll be able to tell by checking if he's got a time in RaceNet for the first event. So while I do that, Alfie, you can talk us through B-Roy.
Yep. So it's definitely not world record pace at the moment, but seems to be managing the car over the crests and bumps pretty nicely. I think getting towards the end of his stage. I'm not sure if that's kind of like a tracker on the left hand side there, but he seems pretty comfortable with the car. We've seen him have a few crashes in this stage, but not nearly anything as electrifying, shall we say, as Dirk's barrel roll. And as I say that, oh, just skimming a telegraph post there and almost rolling over in the same way as Dirk. But yeah, other than that, looks pretty comfortable. Seems to be enjoying himself out there. And yeah, cars at least in more pieces than Dirk's.
Yeah, so we have a number of cars out there. Punju looks to have finished his first stage. We're getting replays of that in the top left-hand corner. Dirk Chocolate about to start his second stage and go racing around the second stage, which is Pena, which I think that's how you say it. It's all Finnish pronunciations. Well, record time on the second stage being 2 minutes 50. Look at that. Dirk Chocolate already all over the place, having a hell of a time. But I tell you what, we can actually pull in Punju for a little bit of a talk through his first race out there at first stage instead I should say. Eli, how did it go? We actually completely missed it because you ran a bit late. I think you were waiting for our broadcast a little bit, were you?
Yeah, I put a little 5-minute delay just in case. Which I mean, everything's gonna all line up now because everyone's gonna be watching that live timing sheet.
Are they?
But it better be right. But yeah, so it went great. That's third right now, sitting in the combined standings at first out of all of us. 8 seconds off the leader of the club, so not bad. It was tentative. I played a little careful, so we'll take it.
Now we haven't played it out yet, but we will be showing off your preview of Mahi. Did you have any full spins out there like you did?
No, actually none at all. It was a hyper clean run, surprisingly enough. Yeah, I'll take it. Really good. I'm not gonna lie, I was like pretty stoked as to how it started. So we're cooking.
And we have. So we're endorsing the EA Sports RaceNet tonight. So we
sir.
have our RaceNet standings, but we also have our creator standings, which are separate. Is that something you're hoping to go for?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Trying to top that creator standings more than anything. Absolutely. 100%. I mean, I definitely want to win the club for sure, but Vlenbars is really fast in the community. So I don't know. He's been playing rally games for 20 years. I've only been doing it for 19. So
Wow.
he's got me beat.
My whole 1 year. What's your first rally game?
It was it's actually a game that I can't even remember for the life of me. But it was back on the PlayStation 2, early gen PS2 rally game.
Yeah, okay.
That would have been realistic.
It was yeah, realistic, right? And then I ended up getting dirt, obviously.
Oh!
Sorry,
Dirt,
Mark is
Dirt
just
2,
pinned it.
everything. Oh no!
Sorry,
Well, speaking of
can't
bidding,
help
I think
but
it's actually-
react when someone has like almost flies into a pond over there.
Oh, we love it.
Christ.
Speaking
Have
of
you got to go?
time to Bennett, I think it's my time. Yeah.
All right,
Time to
okay, well,
go.
we'll go on board with you. I'm sure we can go too wide if we watch Meraki finish this stage.
Let's see
And
what happens.
Meraki out there rallying towards the second sector split. And conveniently, he's put his camera right over the timing beam. So we have no idea what kind of time he's doing. And we don't really have a view of that. So we'll have to get that after. But look at that, Punju's going for it, counting himself in. And there we are. Stage 2 for him is underway. And he's off rallying.
Yep. And Meraki once again having a little bit of a monster crash. But yeah, Punju, he sounded pretty confident in his ability to be at the top of the standings. So it'll be interesting to see whether that translates into actual decent pace here. As
Yeah, well,
I didn't see the time of his first run. Was it any good?
But Punju is good. I mean, he's saying it was top 3. He actually on stage 1 got a 5:41. So that's about
It's decent.
a world record pace is a 49. So that's someone absolutely sweating this stage over and over and over again, and probably a little bit quicker than Punju as well. So yes. So but it's not too bad at all. He's quite a clean rally driver. He's done quite a lot of it. Obviously, his time at the WGC hosting that event has put him in good stead, and he's a big rallying fan. He has awesome setup, triple monitors as he
Wow.
throws it through that left hander with a lot of vigor. But descent to speed on a triple monitor setup is amazing,
Yeah.
and we can get Maraki's time. It's a 5:55 for him on. I think that must have been stage 1 because that's a slow time for stage 2. So Maraki out
Could
there
it
on
have been
stage
stage
1 at
3?
the moment.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Stage 1.
Yeah. So there's Maraki conveniently showing us what the standings are for us, so we don't even need to go over to our fancy RaceNet scene. But Dirk Chocolate there, just above me, who's propping up the timing tower, and top of our drivers is I presume is third is Punju, yep, and then it is Vlembar, of course. Very very quick driver, and you can get involved. Lols is someone who's sent some clips in already of his time. We'll see if we can be able to pull those up later on in the broadcast. But if you want to get involved with this club, just go on EA Sports WRC and join the club. It's as easy as that, and as well as that, if you got EA Play, there's a 5-hour trial on it if you haven't played it as well. So you can just get stuck right in without spending anything. If you've got one of those memberships already, it's attached to Game Pass and things like that. So I really do endorse people to do it. As Punju absolutely on it here, and looking to go through the final couple of sectors through a series of hairpins on this second stage. And I think this final hairpin will catch a number of people out if they're not focusing that he's going to come towards, because they're a hairpin and then they run to the finish line. So through this tunnel he goes at the moment, absolutely on it, and still really not much light out there. So needing the lights from the car.
Yeah, and I have to say he's pretty close to world record pacer as well. And I think that is a sort of like a tracker in the top left hand side. No, it's,
That's the stage progress. So
yeah,
he goes for the final hairpin
hey, it's gonna be
and
like
towards the stop point control tower. It's going to be a 3:06. That's only 16 seconds away
yeah,
from world record pace. So that is
great pace.
Punji's been practicing, hasn't he? He's been
Mm,
sweating.
yeah, that is that's
look,
someone
look
who
how
knows what
excited
they're
he is.
doing. Put it simply.
He's having a great time. He's having an absolutely fabulous time. The frame rate, however, is not having a fabulous time there. So we'll slide away. There are of course drivers, of course, on track. But we can see Punji fourth overall on that one. Vlembar, Stig, and Hamizold are the people who are beating him on the moment on
Mm.
that circuit. So that's around Paina. How do you say that? Paina? It's
Uh,
been a pain for some,
should
I'm
I
sure.
should I have a quick check?
Yeah, we could go on a pronunciation website and
Yeah,
save it all from it. I have gone through it a little bit. Of course, when Yivavascular, which is hard to say, which is the area, it's a city near here that all of these circuits are based around. Of course, somebody's based around real
I believe you
WRC
say
circuits.
piner, as in
Is
like a
it
pine
Piner?
tree.
Maybe
Piner,
it's
yes.
yeah, maybe it's like a pine tree. Yeah, so we'll go with Pina as
Yep.
Meraki is on this stage now. I think this is Pina that he's just started on, and he's halfway through. And looking good. Again, not going to get timing splits from Meraki during the stage to get an idea of how fast he's going, but he
Yep.
looks pretty on it. And really, realistically, the big thing about rallying is it's all about preserving your cars, doing the opposite of what Dirk Chocolate was doing. So yeah, with a little switch of B-Voice so we can hide his camera behind our camera. But
Oh, B-Roy.
yeah, so this is it. All of this damage really counts, and you can start
Yeah.
to see on the indicators on the right hand side. The top right hand side is steering, I believe, something to do with transmission. Maybe bottom right hand corner is your engine. If your engine's toast, you're going to
So
be
is
limited on speed.
it only those three things can be damaged, or?
Well, the middle one is handbrake. So the middle one, handbrake
Oh, okay.
application. The top one, I'm not quite sure that is cooling or transmission, or I obviously haven't done my theory test in a very long time. The bottom one is definitely an engine warning light,
Yeah.
and yeah, he's carrying a bit of damage. We can see already out there, and we know he has because he's bumped into a few trees. Start of service
my.
of stage 4, he'll be able to service it, but just pushing a little bit too much. But Meraki, look how concentrating Meraki
Yeah.
is. Season 4 champion of the F1, of course, looking to get a little bit of success here in the WRC2 as he slings it around the first of 2 hairpins in this final sector.
Again, his driving is just kind of just screaming confidence. The way he's comfortable with the car here, flicking the rear end around, which is of course quite necessary to getting quick speeds and times around these courses. As I think is that B-Roy finishing up. We see what time he got there.
Legendary. PJ's got in chat. The top one is radiator. So the radiator damage. Look at
Awesome.
B-Roy's car. He's been in the wars. Yes, thank you very much, PJ. Very, very much helpful behind the scenes as well in getting this event set up. So we appreciate all the support he's given us throughout all of it. Yeah, what position is he in there? We can actually refresh on our side and actually see RaceNet. Maybe we'll bring a RaceNet up to you. This is when producer Rob tells me it's not actually plumbed in. So 17th quickest on that stage, 6:57 for him, 6 minute 57, I should say. So not amazing pace, but faster than Dirk Chocolate. I didn't think Dirk Chocolate would be propping up the order because I don't know if anyone saw the EA Racing line, but he was pretty much a demon, certainly on the pad at least. As B-Roy is going to set off for another one. We do have other creators involved as well. We have all the creators involved today are Punju, Dirk Chocolate, Patterson, B-Roy, Only Vic, and Meraki. So I think Only Vic's the only one we haven't actually seen yet. But Only Vic having some technical difficulties. We're not being able to show her off at the moment, but of course we will be coming back to her once we get those issues resolved in the background. And in fact, she's setting up right now. So actually, Only Vic is running behind everyone because she hasn't been able to get going. She's had some technical difficulties, so she's running behind time, but that's absolutely fine. It means that we can show off through those first stages. Of course, there isn't a set time when people have to run. People have just been told run at 7:25. So she was actually meant to run at 7:27. So 20 minutes late, that's fine. That's not a problem at all. So we can actually go on board with Only Vic as she starts and just sets up for this rally, and she'll have to channel her inner Michelle Moutant here to catch up with the others. Michelle Moutant, do you know much about Michelle Moutant, Alfie? You love it when I bring up someone random from the past, don't you?
Say that again, go on.
Michelle Moutant, she was like an excellent rally driver in the Group B era. The only female actually to win a WRC event. So here we go. Only Vic setting off. And this is Hattonpar, of course, the first circuit, which is 12.5 kilometers long. And of course, undulating through the forests like everyone else's central Finland. So it's a bit early for her. It will be darker on her screen because it is, of course, sunrise at this moment. This is when the event time is.
Yep. I didn't want to say take it cautiously, but she'll definitely need to get used to the car as quickly as possible to try and set in a quick lap time. And
quick lap time. You can tell you've come from an F1 commentary.
Yeah. Well, what would you call it then?
It's
quick lap time. Stage time. Quick stage time.
Sectors, stages.
Yeah,
events.
so I suppose there's no laps, are there?
Yeah. I think that's what we're gonna go with, at least. So pushing through the first sector, getting the first sector split up there, and we'll get times, of course, at the back. But I think she'll be the final person of our creators actually running, and she has a bit of a moment.
Yeah, trying not to break your suspension, they said. I don't think she really caught that one. Almost going on doing a barrel roll like Dirk there. But other than that, she kept it cleaner than Dirk through some of these corners. So
she hasn't smashed through that into that pole. So it's that tree even that me and Dirk both hit. So that's one thing Only Vic has over Dirk.
Only Vic, clearly better driver.
Yeah, I feel like Dirk is the only person who involved it so far.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if that's the same by the end of
Yeah.
it. Dirk was talking about having a competition who has the best role, but I think it could be just him.
He's coming to a
um,
stop.
so coming to a stop, but so we'll jump over to someone else. Patterson, Maraki actually out there at the moment, and he's gone over to stage 3. Actually, this is Patterson watching his stage 3, I believe. So he's got on with it, and stage 3 being Liutsu, a little bit of a quicker stage. And where's Patterson come on that one? Patterson is down in 19th. So people who have finished stage 3 are actually no, sorry, I'm looking at sector 1. Stage 1. A very very professional broadcast you're getting here. He's in 12th place. Patterson, Dirk Chocolate in 13th.
Oh my god.
It's a bit of a moment there from B-Roy.
Yeah, it's I don't know how realistic the damage model is, but not sure that's gonna buff out. Let's say that.
Yeah. So here we are. Carrying on forward. B-Roy, he was requiring a bit of a service. Obviously, has that radiator damage. Threw this left-hander into the field a little bit for good measure, cropping that poor farmer's crops and running over the bridge. Another square right coming up. These pace notes are so important around Finland because it comes so thick and fast. There's
Yeah.
the change of terrain, and yeah, lots of jumps as well. So you need to be warned about that as B-Roy's about to hit another one and hitting him with a fair amount of pace still, saying he's carrying a bit of damage.
Mm. And I have to say, the actual landscape itself and the terrain, the graphics are really nice. I don't know. It's
I
just looks like a obviously it would all kind of be a blur if you're actually driving it, but it just looks like some place to race compared to all the colourful sponsorships you're used to seeing in more track racing and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a nice change.
all
Oh,
over the place. Just hitting the
just
reset
backing
button
out of that
straight
one.
away there.
I think
I
he
feel like
saves a
that
bit
should
of
have been
time
more
doing
than a
that, to be fair.
5-second penalty. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a
Yeah, a lot of detail has been put into those stages. It's really
yeah.
nice. My short time playing this game, I've really enjoyed like the stages.
Oh,
He's just straight back on it. There's no like cautiously get back into this one. I've had instances like full tilt again and just needs to focus up a little bit
yeah.
as he heads through this left hander.
What stage is he on? Stage 3?
I believe this is stage 3. Yep, Liutsu. So we
Mm.
can probably go over and get a time check of the overall standings once only Vic has. Well, we'll do it now actually. YOLO. I led my producer a bit astray with how I was phrasing that in the background. So this is the first stage. Only Vic still out there, and we can see Punju is the person who's leading the creators so far with a third position. He's had 5 minutes 41. As you say, not too far away from world record pace, which was a 4:59 on that first stage.
Wow.
Dirk Chocolate, all the way at the bottom out of our
No,
creators,
dear.
20th position. There are another 2 people, so you can paginate to me, so you can see me and some poor guy called Rocky. Yeah, we do. So we'll go back to the rally anyway. Now we've seen that. We'll come back to see where Only Vic comes as well, and we can probably look at sector 2 too. But Only Vic is out there still on stage 1, which is a bit of a longer one. 4 minutes and 48 she's on so far, so not near our record pace. But I would be surprised if this is slower than Dirt.
Yeah, I mean, go for a little spin. It seems to be a bit of a, oh my god, a bit of a commentator's curse going on some of these drivers as well. We say, yeah, they're keeping it smooth and clean.
I
They're
don't
in a
think it's a
tree
commentator's
the next
curse.
minute.
I think with a lot of them, it's a skill issue.
Well, perfectly timed skill issue.
I was about to say, when you do spin it, a little advantage that you would have had over previous ones, where you could have a little bit of regen from going on the brakes.
Mm,
Yeah, you got to deploy that as you get back on the power, and if you come off the throttle or go on the brakes, then that means that it's not enabled. So Maraki out there, he's
yeah.
just showing off a little bit of his spectator view of his stage 3, and we can actually
Oh my
check now,
Dirk.
refresh stage 3 in the background, and see that Maraki is. Has he not raced stage 3? Maybe it's just stage 2. Oh no, it's me not going to the right one again in the background. Maraki out there, he's only done stage 2, so he's waiting to go to stage 3, which will be stage 3 now. Oh, he's 10th on stage 3, actually. Sorry, I'm getting that all wrong in the background. He is indeed 10th on stage 3. He just hadn't updated on my side. 5 minute 46 for him. Punju, 4th on stage 3. And I wonder if Punju is going to be going a little bit later. The timings have changed a little bit to what's in my hand, so that's a
Yep.
little bit harder. So what I'm going to do is you're going to talk about Alfie, and I'm going to go fetch those timings and
Ah,
send them to
right.
everyone in this call.
Yep. All right. Well, we see only Vic just admiring the maybe feeding the ducks a bit there with the pond, but getting it back on the road nicely. And stage one made up of about 100% gravel, 12.5 kilometers, and there's about 436 feet of elevation change throughout. So obviously, rally being very bumpy, of course, as it goes for another spin, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was some aero engine damage combination there. But yeah, of course, she's still on stage one. Some drivers waiting to go on to stage 4 now, and I think how many? Yeah. And,
Yeah. So
12 stages
only
in
Vic
total.
having some technical issues, so she's a bit
Yeah.
behind schedule.
Oh no,
As
no,
you
no,
can say, I
no,
wonder if they're going to
no
make some
testament to our skill.
changes into that because of that, and just to let her catch up with people taking longer breaks between service gaps. As I desperately try and
Oh
find
my god.
the sheet for the timings in the background,
Gareth,
but
did you see B-Roy upside down there in the top left?
so
There's that second
it's a
flipper.
second flipper. So there is going to be a best flips composition. So save Dirk Chocolate's
Brilliant.
blushes a little bit out there. As we can see, who else? Dirk Chocolate out there on stage. I think that must be stage 3 that he's on to. So we can actually go right on board with Dirk Chocolate, who's in the
Yep.
bottom right hand corner of our screen
Whoa.
at the moment, as he gets a bit of it all over the place. I think stage 4 would have allowed him to actually service. So this is maybe people are taking a little bit longer in the services because it is a place where they can update their servicing and just actually repair parts to their cars. So on the left-hand side, we can actually see Maraki looking at his tuning. I think he's just repaired his car as Dirk Chocolate takes a big. I thought Dirk Chocolate was good at rally. I'm very confused by his pace.
Well, I did say there was a lot of opportunity for the order to be flipped, but I don't think Dirk got the memo on that one either. He's just kind of bimbling along at his own pace. But yeah, I'm amazed with some of the hits they get away with on this car. It is pretty spectacular.
Yep. Right, okay. So we do have a little repair screen on the left, and we can see B-Roy. He was someone who was carrying those radiator
Oh wow.
issues, exhaust issues. Red is bad, by the way. The universal symbol of it is bad. The exhaust, the bodywork is something you may prioritize a little bit because of the aero. Of course, you can do recommended changes as well if you just want to go in. But basically, with these long services, so there's 2 long services on stage 1 and stage 4. You get 45 minutes worth of time to play around with as his steering input device has changed. But we do have a further service on stage 7, 10, and 12. And I believe the 12 one is just a short service with our super stage at the end, meaning that our drivers can pick up extra points for winning that stage in itself. The FIA point scoring system is in play for the Creator Series standings, and the WRC Club point scoring system is in play for the club settings. So I think that's based around how many people participated in an event and how well you did compared to those people. So that's in case. And then the super stage, of course, 5 points for winning that stage outright, 1 point for coming 5th, and incrementing between all of that. And that just encourages our drivers to go for it a little bit more as Meraki sets off for stage 4.
Yep. And whilst we wait to just get Meraki back up there, I think there we go.
Meraki, yeah, he's out there, and he's on stage 4 here. So stage 4, a little bit of details about Laden Kyla. Laden Kyla.
Shall I get a
Probably how you say
pronunciation
it.
again?
Yeah, you go get a pronunciation. We'll do this for every single track. We'll make it a thing. Producer Rob knows how badly I butcher people's names in the creative
Yeah.
series. But we have
The
11
Dinkiller.
kilometers of track here for Meraki to tackle. And I feel like he's the first person to set off. We also have Dirk Chocolate in the bottom right-hand corner looking to set off as well on this stage. So we're into the morning by now, well into the morning. And
Yep.
it's first time that Dirk will be running a little bit faster because we can see the timings on the right-hand side. They haven't been adjusted because he's just using a screenshot from earlier. So if we just focus on the left-hand side of Meraki actually using it, yeah, it's a little bit later in the day. He's actually Dirk Chocolate, of course, able to service his car. So that means that he's repaired some of that damage we've seen he get on lap one on stage one. There we are. It's me
Oh,
doing it now. As Maraki gets a little bit Larry through there as well.
brilliant.
Yeah. But this is yeah, it's a little bit Larry in the broadcast as well. So sorry if
Yeah.
it's a bit slower than we thought it would be, but just fixing a few issues generally in the background. So that's disrupted our day. We also had people setting off at different times. We have people generally on stage 4, just about to begin stage 4. Meraki out there, looking good in second position overall out of the Creator Series. I would say so far. A little bit of time off Punju, but absolutely on it and pushing. As he goes down this long left-hander, and that's the series of jumps through there, which is quite difficult. Through this right-hander and over the bridge he goes into sector 4. He'll get a timing split. I keep forgetting that we don't actually have the time for Maki because he's put his camera in the top right side of the screen. But Punju out there on the same stage, he's a little bit further along, and he's pushing out there. Punju, the person who's really leading the Creator Series standings at the moment in this Rally Finland event.
Yeah, so in terms of times, like you said, of course, we can't see Meraki's, but world record pace, I think, is on this game, isn't it? Yeah, it's just under 5 minutes, 4 minute 55. So it'd be interesting to see how close Punju gets to that, kind of setting the pace at the moment, as he has had a moment and is just struggling to get back onto the track, almost getting disqualified for going the wrong way there. That would certainly hinder his time. Dirk Chocolate also towards the beginning of stage 4. I think Patterson's just had a bit of a shunt as well. Maybe he's coming towards the end. And I wonder if he's made a similar mistake to whatever Punju's done there, because that looks
Yeah, it's very
rather
similar
similar.
parts of the track, weren't they? I
Yeah.
think they were the same mistake. So the same corners catching people out. You don't pay attention to your notes. Things can go quickly wrong. It's interesting that some people have length of and numbers on the bottom right corner of their notes. I think that's length until the next note actually comes in. Some people not using the visual notes at all. Dirk Chocolate, I think, all just going audible. So that maybe explains what it is that's causing him a few issues out there. He just has to listen to it, which is a very realistic and pure way of rallying. But yeah, it's not like Dirk Chocolate to use camera settings that actually put him at a disadvantage to others, is it?
Yeah, no, of course. Infamous for being one of the ones that used cockpit cam, or what was it? He had like the kind of eye tracking, head tracking thing he used to use.
Yeah,
No?
he used to use the Toby eye tracking, didn't he? Yeah, I forgot
Yeah, that
about
was
that.
pretty sick.
Yeah, but yeah, of
Oh,
course, he
almost
uses
goes for a little
VR in
spin.
iRacing as well. So someone
Yeah.
who's really into the kind of purest recreation of
The immersion.
simulators, the immersion, exactly,
Yeah.
Alf, exactly.
So what's that? Meraki and Punju just getting towards the end of a stage. It says Meraki has a little bit of an off moment, just leaving the track temporarily, and Sisson to have a huge shunt there. He's got actually damage to his windshield. But yeah, we can see Punju wrapping his up now, and I'll be interested to see what his lap time is, considering he did have a moment towards the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, he's not been the fastest outright so far, and that's when he's kept it all together. Vlembar typically leading the stages as he's going to hit into the stop point control, get the timing, and that's a 5-minute 49 on the Leiden Kyler. What did we agree with that pronunciation? I can't remember, but it's about 4-minute 55 for this course. Leiden Kyler, I think it's Yavis Kyler is where we are. Leiden Kyler is the stage. I'm going with that.
Kyler?
Yeah, Ladin Kyler, maybe.
Yeah, I'll do.
My Finnish isn't very good, so
No.
apologise for that for all the people who are Finnish in chat. Yes. So if you are here for the first time, if you want to be a part of this, join the Creator Series Discord. It's !Discord in chat. I can actually put that all in chat for you, so you can join along. And head to the WRC section. There'll be details of how to join the club. And it's absolutely a brilliant way to get involved with the Creator Series community. Fantastic game as well. Fantastic sim. I've been playing a little bit of it this week in preparation of tonight, and you can see that I'm not anywhere on these leaderboards as we're being displayed at the moment. So Punju, 7th position, and Patterson is a little bit down from that. So we'll be able to get standings a little bit later, and only Vic, of course, coming through a little bit later on from when she was originally meant to do the stages due to a technical difficulty on her side. So we should be able to get a good view of who and where people are for Sector 2. But if we go over to Stage 4, we should be able to see a number of people who have set times, and it was Punju who was still looking the fastest despite having that moment.
Yep. So Meraki just having a quick look at the time. I wanted to say he did. Here we go. We can see him. So is that Punju fastest of the creators? And then I'm
Yes,
not sure.
absolutely.
Where's
So
Meraki?
Punju fastest creators is in 7th position here. Meraki's time in 10th, so a 5-minute 57 for him. And we can see overall times actually at the moment. Punju is about 58 seconds off the pace as we head into stage 4. So 58 seconds off the pace of the fastest person to get involved with the WRC club. Meraki a further 45 seconds back, really. So he's doing all right. Those two are looking to take a bit of a commanding lead here. We can see Dirk Chocolate down in 12th. He's got ahead of Patterson actually over the first 4 stages.
Yeah, look at you, 8 minutes and a half behind. Poor work. Right at the bottom there.
Yeah.
But yeah, cutting back to Meraki, of course, he's finished. I think Dirk's just finishing. What stage is that? He's finishing stage 5.
He's finishing stage 5, so he's one ahead of us. So he's been cracking on with it. I think.
Yeah.
Here's what Dirk's done. He's not seen that they've updated the original spreadsheet with all the timings on, and he's took a screenshot of it. And now he's like ahead of everyone because everyone else is on the stage behind. So Dirk's our first man on the road, 8th position so far. He's probably looking, thinking, Punju should be in there. Yeah, we can. I tell you what, we'll drag Dirk in and see if he wants to come back onto the broadcast. And hello, Dirk. How are you doing? We've just seen you finish stage 5. You're ahead of schedule now because I think there's been an adjustment with schedule. So we thought we could grab you. Yeah, because you took a screenshot of it, haven't you? You took a screenshot. Yeah. So there's been it's been delayed about 5 minutes. So we thought we'd have a bit of time. And actually, you're recovering a little bit from those early crashes, but we've seen you have a few more incidents out on the road.
No, okay, relax. Right. Basically, we're still getting there. I hope you didn't see that. Oh my. Right.
Go replay. Put the replay on. Come on, Rob.
You're not the only driver to have done a barrel roll. We did see. Who was it? B-Roy?
Oh, really?
B-Roy went upside down at one point.
Yeah, you aren't the only driver to do that. We can watch a replay. That's not the ideal for.
So we got those out early on, right, and then after this, it's smooth sailing for a while. So, yeah, the car doesn't even look that bad anymore, which is good. No,
Did you fix just the bodywork at the service?
No. The exhaust is fine. No, it's been good actually. It's been very good. We started off rusty, and I think I'm starting to slowly get into the groove. So as I got further into this and I felt more comfortable, I've been like pushing it a bit more and more, which is pretty good.
Yeah. It's interesting at the service they decided not to replace the door, or has that fallen off since the service?
That fell off again.
Yeah. It's a light weight saving. Surely, right, okay. I don't know about aerodynamics here, but surely if you're a crafty rally driver, you could just punt off the doors, and then you've got a lighter car. Surely that's an advantage.
The reason
it's very safe.
I see. Right, Alfie. I'm not gonna lie. I took the door off because it was quite hot and feeling, contrary to breathe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I needed more air to flow through the car, and it did bits. Because after the door went, look, the run's been brilliant so far.
Yeah, he's gonna crash in about 10 seconds.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Oh.
Boom! Nailed the drift. Thank you very much.
I don't think that was the quickest time for that.
No, I don't think drifting is conducive to lap time around here.
What are your goals for Series Perk? That's what I want to know. What's your goal?
To finish this stage.
Just get it through for one stage at a time. Is there any stages? Is there any kind of like gravel, snow, tarmac? Is there anything where you can expect?
Sweden and snow is my baby. This is like I'm okay, but Sweden and snow is like where I excel.
So Rally Sweden next week. I think we'll be also using some of the older cars as well. Do you like this generation of WRC car, or do you prefer maybe to drive some of the older ones?
I like the older ones personally. I drive far better than the older ones. The new ones I struggle with. I don't know why, but I think there's just the amount of torque that they have is too much for me. So I struggle to like figure them out. But
I was going to ask, what's the main difference between them?
I mean,
older gen and new gen.
you can, as soon as you start driving them, they feel so differently. Each car feels so differently, and you can really like tell. So there's some older historic cars you can just feel like they're just like a ton of grip. They feel good. They just they're comfortable in certain conditions. Whereas these are just like wow animals, man.
Are they kind of
like-
made to suit like more than just one condition? Essentially.
I think it's like the older ones are suited for certain conditions, like they're designed for that. Whereas
Yeah,
these are just
yeah.
like pure power.
Yeah, I think they're actually faster than the Group B cars. I was reading that somewhere, which is insane because those cars are of course outlawed for being way too fast and way too dangerous. Obviously, safety standards at circuits way better than it was in the 80s. But it's
Yeah.
insane the speed they're going, especially on a track like this. How are you finding Finland? Do you like Finland as a stage?
Never done it before, but on the final section of this bit here was so much fun. It was just jump after jump.
Well, that is one of the big elements and characteristics
Took a shortcut.
of Finland.
Took a shortcut.
There we
Don't
go.
worry.
Had to happen.
Trying to find excess jumps. I mean, in fairness, until that moment, and ignoring all the moments at the start of your run, this has been a pretty clean run for you
Yeah.
on stage 5.
I'm getting more and more comfortable as we go. Oh, look at this shot. Oh, some of these shots.
That is nice.
It's beautiful. These stages have been really.
Can you actually end up in the lake if you try hard enough?
If you try hard enough, yeah, and then it'll give you a 30-second penalty and put you back on track. And just think about what you've just done.
Might need your doors for that one, all of them.
So I guess the question is, chat, is how many events will it take for Dirk Chocolate to put it in the drink?
Wait, hold
Not on
on, why-
purpose,
Leroy
not on
did the
purpose.
same thing. You just told me.
He didn't do the same. There was nowhere near as many flips. You've got the best flips still. He just went upside down. You were like pirouetting.
You did like 5 barrel rolls, I swear. It was actually mad.
I genuinely thought that would me be Dean. I think, but I'm amazed. This
You
kind
can
of shot.
DNF.
You can DNF, yeah.
Ah.
I took a right here, by the way.
So it's left over the bridge, right, and then into stop point control, isn't it, to finish off the stage?
Yeah,
that's great.
I took a right. I was like, he said left, didn't he?
It was like stage 5, world record, 4 minute 26.
I have half a feeling I did the same thing, but again, my car was probably in a lot worse shape than yours. So that's it. That's fantastic. Great to see you through stage 5. And you've got a service in two race time. So next race you can go for it a bit more.
I haven't got a service now.
Stage 7.
Should have held on to that door.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's only a medium service on stage 7 as well. So be careful of the car out there, Dirk, if it's not already too late.
Thank you for letting me know.
Great. Right. Thank you
Awesome.
very much, Dirk, for that.
Good luck.
Great insight to his stage 5 there of Hunkanen. And Punju has just set off. What stage has he set off on? I have absolutely no idea. We can go through and find out which stage. I think he's on stage 6 now. I think we've slowed down.
Oh, and he does a barrel roll as well.
That was a big moment.
Yeah. So that's 3 barrel rolls we've had now. Need like a barrel roll counter in the top right screen.
3 barrels we've seen on stream. Yeah, there could be more
true,
stream clips coming in. And there has been a couple of posts in rally clips already, actually. Dirk, mainly from people roasting Dirk, actually. So we'll see if we can pull those in a little bit later towards the end of the broadcast.
I was going to say, we need a clip book for all the barrel rolls or something.
I think it is indeed stage 6, which is Venkar Javi. Venkar Javi, I'm going to go with.
I'll
That
get it.
Punju
Hang on.
has just started. There we are. Our man on the ground, or our man with Google, is going to be there. But yeah, Punju's 4th on
Ben
Hunkanen.
Kaliavi.
And on overall, he's actually running 5th at the moment. So Punju on very, very good time, not just for creators, but generally in the club standings. And he is out on stage 6 at the moment, traveling through sector 2. Stage 6, of course, is called, what is it called? Venganjavi? Did we get a pronunciation on that?
I've already forgotten it.
Okay, right, okay. So it's a kind of a half-length stage, let's say that. It's 10 kilometers long, so not some of our longest ones. We see obviously up to 22 to 23 kilometer stages on this track. I think one of our final ones is actually quite a long stage to get through. But rail record pace around here about 4:25 as we see Punji pushing on here through the forests of central Finland. And you'll see quite a lot of Estonian flags next to the sides there, so of their Finnish flags. But you'll see Estonian flags because Estonia isn't too far away from here, actually, just across the Gulf of Finland. And Rally Estonia, very similar in terms of kind of characteristics as Finland. People call it like a bit of a baby Finland when it comes to the kind of track terrain. Finland's maybe a little bit sandier. The gravel is all punching, gets a bit wide there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't have maybe quite as many as jumps, and it's maybe a little bit wider because it's incredibly narrow. This circuit, it doesn't feel narrow, but the track you've got, you can see between these log piles, it's incredibly narrow.
Yeah, you really just gotta you just gotta find the perfect racing line off. Otherwise, one little mistake and we see what happened to Dirk. We see what happened to B-Roy. Puncher a minute ago. You know, it's not ideal. Does not help your stage time. But additionally, I was going to say when we were wondering what stage Punji was on, I was going to say stage 5. That's because stage 6, what he's actually on, is just stage 5 backwards.
Yeah, right, okay. So yeah, it's just a run backwards. So Punju, I think his screen has just frozen. No, it catches up with itself. We get a nice slideshow, take us back to the years of riling in the 1920s, and we snap to Olympic, and she's upside down, which I don't think is much better, really. So just cracked her windscreen, apparently rolling for about 8 seconds. We just got the end of it here, and I think she may have beaten Dirk in the number of pirouettes. I think we've got to have this competition next.
We need a clip of that.
We're going to go through and count the rolls that everyone has. That sounds like we're counting something else, but we're going to count the rolls that people have had in their cars. And only Vic out there getting caught behind a post as well. Just catching up. I think she is on stage 3. I'm judging this purely on the weather. I presume she's on stage 3. I could actually go through and check by seeing what stages have been completed. But,
Sunrise, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is stage 3, which is, of course, Alitsu. So, and based on timings where she is, maybe it's stage 4, maybe or not, or maybe stage 2. We'll have to see. Actually, I think it is only stage 2 that Olivik has made it to at this point. So, pushing on through that. No, it's stage 3. It's definitely stage 3. It's definitely stage 3. You can hear me just going through timings in the background and trying to work out where she is.
Stage 7. Oh my! And a big swapper into the trees. Oh dear, that car is totaled.
Absolutely, but you know, obviously welcoming of every kind of skill set that we have out there.
Oh yeah, for
and,
sure. Yeah.
And WRC Club, if you want to get involved, I'm sure she won't be last on the stages because I know who that person is, and it's a certain
Yourself.
Gareth Allen. I'm literally last. I'm just going through here. I think I'm not last on one of the stages because someone else took a bigger service than I did. They took a time penalty because you can fix over that time. So I think if it's like a 45-minute service, you can go up to 60 minutes. But you will take a 1.5 second penalty on the road at the start of the next stage. So I think maybe stage 4, I wasn't actually the slowest, and I think actually B-Roy was slower than me on stage 4.
Oh wow! Maybe that was the one where he was upside down.
Yeah, he was. I think he took a penalty. So he took a penalty of 1 minute 35. Wow. I didn't, and he did a 7-minute 56, and I did a 7-minute 13. So without that penalty, he would have been ahead. But that's the name of the game. Do you know what I mean? I'm not the slowest on stage 4. B-Roy is. So that sucks of him.
Yeah, I think keeping your car, in one piece is very important as well, especially for when we get to the stages with services, because you just don't lose that additional time, or you don't gain additional time, I should say.
Yeah.
But again, B-Roy he's looking reasonably comfortable. And what stage is he on?
Stage 5 he's on. So he has made it to Honkanen. And he is just rallying through. And he's generally overall he's ahead of me overall. If I'm honest, I'm still behind by. Do you want to hear how far I'm behind B-Roy? Just B-Roy. I am
8 minutes.
3 minutes and 30 seconds behind B-Roy.
8 minutes is a lot. Whoops.
Stage 5. And B-Roy is actually B-Roy has such a so it'll be stage 6 that he's actually on. So stage 6 being Ben Carvji. We went for that pronunciation. I butchered that one definitely. But just following this around, cresting, and a lot of big jumps here. That's very, very nice to see.
It is. I do. Have you seen those clips online that often circulate where it's they hit the rev limiter going over the hills or through the jumps? the flyby noise is just
It's incredible. The
amazing.
sense of speed, like
Amazing.
some of
Yeah.
the really close, how close the spectators can still get to Rally is very, very interesting.
Yeah,
And we're going to try and
it's
get
crazy.
Patterson for interview after this one. He has joined the Waiting for Interview channel. We also have
hmm
Punju, who's waiting for interview. We'll see if we can catch him a little bit later on. But Patterson just about to actually go over the
Oh!
stop control and hitting the sign on the way through. That's nice. We'll let him just stop and come to a
Yeah.
halt, and very much like in real life, we'll quickly ambush him with a microphone in the car. And Patterson,
Hello.
your name is apparently called something else completely, according to our stream. But how are you finding it out there?
This last stage was very tough.
Yep.
Very, very tough. I started off instantly by turning left when I should have turned right, so I hit a building. But that's just standard Patterson for you. And then then I said, right, I'm going to take it easy and try and get no penalties, and I've just got 27 seconds to penalties.
Oh wow.
That's quite a lot. Did you go off quite a lot of corner cutting?
No, one time it actually reset me for no reason, that I believe. The other time
You
was
were in a
absolutely
different country. You were
absolutely
over in Estonia at the time.
T-boned a tree. I don't know how my car's still alive, but yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that simulation damage isn't on in that case.
No.
Yeah, so you did a 6-minute 30 on that last stage. Overall,
Yes.
you're not last overall. Actually, you're in front of B-Roy and you're in
Okay.
front of me. But you're in front of me by 5 minutes, so it's it's not
Okay.
it's not too
Different
much of a gap.
leagues,
I feel
different
like I'm gonna
leagues.
close it down.
That's always a win when we're in front of Gareth.
I did most of one of the stages with 3 wheels. I just want to put that out there, and so people can remember.
That's impressive though. The
yeah.
fact you're even a similar pace on 3 wheels.
I wouldn't say similar pace. I'm 5 minutes behind, but
It's like taking a reliant Robin around a rally track.
what are your goals for the season for this series? What realistically do you want to get out of it, Patterson?
I want to get better at the game. 1. 2, I don't want to finish last. And for 3, I want to have so much fun that it brings me back next time.
Brilliant.
That's brilliant. And any different kind of eras of cars that you're looking forward to driving?
I first drove on this game the Super Impreza from 2000, and that was unreal. That was one that when I grew up, it was a car that I grew up with, so that was really good. I do not know when we actually race with them, but that's what I enjoy. This car is fast, and it's
So
very,
the hybrid
very
technology as well, no?
well. Yeah, it's just so fast. I just don't know how to manage
Whoa!
it with other things. So
In retrospect, it does seem a bit daring that we put some of the fastest cars on the fastest stage
that's
for the
it.
first event.
That's it.
Of course, you're driving a Toyota, which is very, very pacey, but a bit hard to control. You
Oh, well,
originally were going to
my
go for the
goodness.
Hyundai. Are you regretting your choice to switch to a Toyota?
Yes. I wish I would have gone with the Hyundai. I did that because I actually owned the i20 myself, so I was like,
right, okay.
I really wanted to drive the same cars I drove like 8 years ago. But I didn't. I made the swap because then me and Jake Maraki could stick together because we're both Jakes. So
Jake, stick together. Nice.
that's it.
Nice. Well, we'll leave it there for now. I'm sure we'll catch up with you a little bit later on. But good luck for
Yep.
stage 7, and we're going to try and pull in Onivik, who is in there waiting for broadcast, and Onivik is here alongside us. I think you've just got to the end of stage 2 or stage 3, is it, Onivik?
I think 3 or 4. I've actually,
right, okay. You caught up.
but I think it's 3. I think it is 3.
Well, how are you finding it? How are you finding it first?
Really good. Obviously, I have literally no force feedback at all, so that's really interesting. I'm having to drive so carefully. But other than that, really, really good, really fun. I've barrel rolled about 5 times.
we caught the end of it.
I'm
Producer Rob was in there
on
saying
there.
Onivik did 8 seconds of rolls there that we just caught the end of. Are you so you're on a new wheel at the moment? You've just switched wheels, is that right?
Yeah, I'm on the Mozart R5.
Right,
So
okay.
it's
What were
been
you on
really the Logitech GT9.
Oh, G29's
Big
goated.
jump.
I can't believe you ditched the
It is.
G29. I've still got
Look, listen, I know. I've still got it here. I've just not got it set up.
it.
But genuinely, like it all worked and everything, and then I changed. I don't know what happened. I like turned it off and on again, and it just didn't register, and I was like, haha.
So no force feedback
Great.
for you. It's fine. You don't need any force feedback or feeling from the road. It's it's surface
No.
requirements.
You tell
Uh,
yourself that, Gareth.
so I mean, we'll let you get back onto it because you're actually catching up a little bit with the other people. But
Thank
yeah, we'll come back to you later because Rob's getting angry with me because apparently we were just fixing your camera. But we'll come back to you a little bit later on, I'm sure. And then yeah, we will we'll be able to take a little bit of stock of where we are, what what where we are. So stage 7 is where some of our drivers have got up to, and they're all about to start stage 7, and please, or at least on stage 7 at the moment. We'll catch up with that in just a little bit, but so far the overall pace is looking like Punju is the fastest, and to be honest, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, he's been miles in. Well, I say miles. He's been in front of everybody else for the majority of the stages, and he really has just been trailblazing in front, setting the pace. He knows what he's doing. He's a quick guy around here, and as he said 20 years almost of rally experience or
20,
playing rally
said
games.
19 years of rally experience.
19
And
years, yeah. I
he
mean,
was saying he can't remember the first game of his rally game on PS2. Now,
speaks for
my
itself.
first rally game was either V Rally or Colin McRae 3. I think it was Colin McRae 3, to be honest, on my uncle's PC. Absolutely loved that. Punji's got a little bit of slowdown on his lap, but he's out there at the moment on stage 7, which is Sakuski, which is actually our second fastest stage. Our first fastest stage is coming up on in a couple of stage times Mahi, and actually we'll be able to get a little bit of a preview with Punju on that stage as B-Roy is out there as well, also on this very quick stage, and very overcast for this stage. So I wonder
Yeah.
if a little bit of rain could threaten the later stages.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're forecast any rain at all, sadly. I think how does rain actually spice up rally? Because I'd imagine it's different with the
I
different
think
type
it's
of road service compared to the
absolutely
other leagues we race.
slows down times. That's one thing for sure.
Yeah.
It's
Oh wow.
two big bumps there for B-Roy. Two very, very big bumps there for B-Roy, and he's carrying on, still carrying that radiator damage.
You see how
And
shaky his wheelbase is? I'm amazed. That's just going to fly off soon, sooner or later, surely.
is it more or less attached to his stand than your Logitech driving force
Yeah,
from 2004?
mate, that was solidly secured, mate. It took me about 5 minutes to get that off.
Yeah, for people
Stupidly.
not aware of that wheel, no one else is. Look at that, he's absolutely thrown it into that corner. B-Roy's upside down again, but only 6 seconds to turn it over, which is very,
Mm.
very generous on the reset there.
Spectator help.
The spectator help. They do that in real life. You've seen that. They
Yeah.
roll the cars back over. It's fantastic
Right.
sport. I think it's something that I definitely want to go and do and see. Certainly Rally GB when I do that event again. But Meraki out there at the moment, and he's just setting off for the same stage. We'll carry on with this 2x2 mode with B-Roy as he comes to the end of the stage, and we start to get times in for Sakusi. World record time through here is a 2:07. So yeah, a minute away isn't quite as good as you think it would
Oh,
be as we switch these two around. So we get the cameras in the nicer positions, and B-Roy finishes there. A 2:58 was that in
not
the
bad
end.
at all.
So yeah, I mean, it's
50
decent.
seconds off world record.
I'm not gonna be too harsh on it because I'm sure it was faster than I could do, but it's still, that is for such a short stage. We are looking about 4.8 kilometers for that stage. It
Mm.
does seem quite quick. Look how quickly Maraki's already at sector 2, for instance, and we went
Wow.
on board with him, and he was, well, actually went on board with B-Roy going for the same corner. He's made a very similar mistake. So a corner that's catching all of our drivers out, but Maraki's just so much more focused actually than you can tell from B-Roy. And this is where B-Roy hit the curbs and got all into that wall on the right. And
Yeah,
he's
much better example.
careful he's going to go that. It's all about having the right line in rally.
Yeah, he's
Really,
got. I was
really
about to
crucial.
say he's got a solid line for all these corners as well compared to B-Roy. I think he's carrying maybe slightly less speed for all of it, but it's working out. I mean, B-Roy lost 6 seconds going off there, if not more. So,
He's carrying less speed, but he is making the corner, which
well, exactly, yeah.
which is
So it
absolutely
balances
crucial.
out.
As I
As
say
you
that,
say
Maraki
that,
goes
I told
flying
you, I
off.
told you. Corner
Gets a 5
cut.
second penalty, and Maraki's furious with that. And I think the pace notes there will be very clear about you need to stay left of the post, and
Mm.
that's why he's got that corner cut there. So going over a big jump here and towards the final sector, he is in. We'll get times from Raki on this stage 8, which is stage 7, which is Sikorsky. So we've had a little bit of catch-up time we've had
Yep.
from our drivers, and I'm hoping to be able to speak to Maraki and Punji a little bit later on, certainly. But Maraki coming towards the final split. What was it? A 2:58 for B-Roy? We've no idea what kind of pace Maraki is
Yes,
on,
roughly.
but he's coming to the first of the 2 timing screens and smashes
Oh,
that. He's all over the jobby. And he crosses over 2:48,
nice.
so 10 seconds quicker than B-Roy
Yeah,
on that stage. 10
that
second
looked
gain
about
there
right.
for Toyota.
Yeah, and it'd be interesting to see as the time changes for the next 2 stages going to be significantly darker than what they've experienced in the last 7 stages. So be
Yeah,
interesting to see whether that affects anyone's performance. But yeah, making it onto stage 8 soon.
absolutely. Stage 8 being Veymas,
It's
12.6 kilometers long.
longest one we're going to do so far.
Yeah, I think so. I think the long stages are paella. Paella. Yeah, it's quite hard to say that one. It's like paella, but it's not quite paella. It's
Of
paella
course.
or something like that. Yeah, paella. I'm struggling, guys. But yeah, that's a big.
Mm.
Stage 10 is one of the ones that's actually like a really close recreation of the actual rally that they run there. Big fan favorite
Awesome.
that they ran in 2023, I believe. So yeah, Maraki on stage 8. This is just a replay of. Actually, no, this isn't a replay. This is him going in straight into stage 8 here. So Maraki getting the countdown, and he will be off to the races with a service on the race before, on the stage before. Sorry. So no services now until stage 10.
Yep. And thankfully, Meraki's been picking up too much damage. Definitely been keeping it cleaner than all the other drivers, but he's got 12.5 or so kilometers to deal with on this one in the ever growing darker conditions. And you can see there he has already binned off the radiator, and that will not help him. That will not help him for the next 2.
Two
Oh,
double
Billy
Maraki
Meraki.
coming in. We can just zoom in. I think we're just going to not stop zooming in until we can just see one of his eyes in shot. Yeah, so
Double chin
Meraki
cam.
out there. Someone in chat here, Put Ridge. I can't even say Put's name. I'm going to call you Putty, my lad. Is this a regular thing which everyone can take part in? It absolutely is. Thank you for laying up that question. I promise that isn't someone I know. Putty pal. It is basically, if you have WRC, EA Sports WRC, you can go on there, use the club functionality of the game, and you can put yourself against our creators and race the same tracks. And we have 8 different events. This event ends at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So realistically, you got to get your times in tonight. There's 12 stages, about an hour worth of rallying on world record pace. So if you are going world record pace, you could really destroy some creators out here today. But it's absolutely something that we can all get involved with. And next round will be Rally Sweden, which is one of the tracks that Dirk Chocolate was talking about really liking. Of course, snowy conditions, a snowy climate, only snow can be ran at that circuit. So you have the spiky tyres out. And of course, we're running spec of WRC car, I believe 97 to 2011 cars. So some really iconic cars like the Inspectors. The Ford Focus. I love like an old Ford Focus rally car. Absolutely love an old Ford Focus rally car.
Staple of the UK, that Ford Focus.
And we can go on board with Punju, who is again traveling through stage 8, which is Veymas, and our man who's been super quick. We can actually go get his times on stage 7, which was the previous stage, and he was 5th position. So overall, so far he's running in 3rd actually. So 3rd overall, including everyone. And we can probably jump over to the standings and give everyone a little bit of a view. So this is the stage times 4, stage 7, Sakoski. And it's Punju in 3rd. So that was very good. Dirk Chocolate in 11th. Look, Dirk Chocolate, he's getting into this one a little bit, isn't he?
Yeah, better than Patterson and B-Roy there. So he's picking up pace a bit. He said he was getting more comfortable. He's still maybe, what is that, 6 minutes behind, but I don't think that will dent his confidence at all. He's just doing his own thing out there and picking up the pace.
And if we go over to the overall standings, so we can see, this is the overall standing. Sorry, Punju is in third. So yeah, I mean, very very decent. I think 1 minute 53 seconds behind Vlembar, someone who's absolutely on it with rallying. Loles
Solid.
is in second position overall, and yeah, absolutely great opportunity to get clips in. We'll have those clips plugged in certainly for later broadcasts, if not this broadcast. Before we do go to stage 9, though, I do want to watch a clip of Punju taking us through a lap of Mahi. So we'll do that in the next service stage, in the next interval between the two stages, and we'll get Punju in to actually talk through that one when that can happen. So let's get back to the rally action and see where people are. Punju coming towards the final section. I think did he have a little bit of a sneeze there? I don't know. He had his hand near his mouth. He's a very animated streamer, Punju. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely go give him a follow and a watch if you haven't done already. But coming towards the final sector now, and of course traveling through, and I think this is the end of day one. This event. So yeah, 2 days split over 2 days. So we're trying to simulate a real rally as much as possible.
Yeah, you can see the conditions, as I said, now very dark, but not as dark as I actually expected. You've got decent headlights equipped on the cars there, so you can see pretty nicely. Obviously, good for safety, good for drivers being able to know where they're going if they're not completely familiar. And who is very familiar, Punju setting some very quick times around to that's a 5:58 for what is that stage?
Those marshals nearly got
stage
run
8.
over.
The marshals are made of concrete. They're firming it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we're going to get
sure.
Punju in because I do want to have a quick preview of that
Punju.
circuit. And Punju, I tell you what, we can go over something very special on stream. We can actually go over your Mahi run that we haven't played out yet.
I don't even know if you need to do that because you should just look at this last one I just did. I also did a 360 on this.
Well, I tell you what, let's watch this one and then let's watch a preview for Mahi. Let's do that.
Yeah.
So get your replay up and let's watch that one together. How are you finding it so far? You're leading the creator standings,
Yeah.
third position overall before this race, the stage.
Yeah,
race.
I'm feeling pretty decent. I mean, this stage was it was looking good. However, I did end up having a little bit of a moment at the end after the 360, as you guys will see eventually. It's a long stage, so this put me a little bit behind schedule, but really no worries.
Yeah.
Here.
The schedule's gone in the bin. Punju.
Exactly.
I can't confirm.
Who cares? But yeah, I mean, it's been honestly great. I've been surprised as to how well I've been able to manage. Like, as you can see, I'm not really slowing down. I'm going pretty hard. And I'm avoiding most incidents. I'm having some ones here and there, but it's hard to stay consistent for, almost an hour's worth of driving at this point. We're pretty far in, if I recall correctly.
We are. We only have 4 stages left after this one,
Yeah.
so we're 2/3 distance.
Yeah, I know. That means I've got one more stage after this one without a service.
Yeah.
And then I've
how
got a
are you doing
service.
on the damage front? Are you okay?
For this stage, not too great. Before this one, I was doing pretty good. I was rocking a little bit, and like you always carry some from stage to stage. It's pretty hard to go impeccable. Also, look at that great dodge.
Ooh.
Yeah, I dodged the mail post. That should have been a terminal, but I dodged the mail posts by inches. So that's a foreshadow as to how this stage ended up going. A lot of near misses today for sure. It's been really fun though. Damage, it'll be damage limitation for the next one, and I really have to limit because then I've got 2 10-minute stages back to back. I did, however, so one thing about this game, if you do a shakedown before you start the club, which is basically like the first sector of the first stage, just a test.
Yeah.
The game actually gives you an extra set of tires for the full club.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a nice little thing about the game. So it does reward you for doing some practice, and I needed it because I actually had the nerves going crazy. I broke my bodywork on my shakedown the first time around. I was like, oh, nerves are on. Turn those off, and because of the fact I got that extra set, I'm saving it until the very final stage. So the power stage, which is only a 2-minute sprint, has a super soft set. So I can fly as fast as I can through that and see if I can beat even Vlembar is the goal.
Right, okay,
yeah.
so picking the right tires at the right time, you wanting that extra 5 points in the final stage.
Oh yeah, badly. I just want to maximize as much as I can. I mean, the way that I look at it, a Creator Series champ is a Creator Series champ, whether you're doing it in F1, F2, or WRC. I want the title, you know. I mean, like
Well, in
trophy
real
next to my
world,
name or something like that.
you're an FIA world champion if you win rally. It's no more than Max Verstappen.
Exactly. In
it's-
fact, Autosport. Did you see that like top 50 drivers of the world Autosport thing they did 2024?
I didn't. No.
So they did like the top 50 like best drivers of all time, like of all the year, out of every single discipline, and I think number 2 was Cali Rovanpera, the WRC champion.
I mean, it makes sense. It's such a different discipline to track racing, but
Yes.
it's one that requires a different set of tools. But it's so intense. It's absolutely intense. When you have circuits like Rally Finland, or I should say stages like Rally Finland, which are just constant undulating up and down curves, jumps, crests. It comes at you so quickly, doesn't it? And these we can see how skilled rally drivers really are by how unskilled some of our drivers are tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's freaking hard, dude. I'm having to sweat. I'm not talking to chat too much today, which is very rare for me. I'm usually like the definition of a chatty Cathy. Could you guess? But I'm like actually sweating. I'm gonna change my shirt at the end of this because like I literally actually have perspiration coming out of my body. I'm going hard today. Having to work pretty tough. I'm using my handbrake. I'm like really working for it, but it's paying off.
Yeah.
Should we have a quick look at the Mahi circuit?
I think
Do
we're
you have
about
time?
to get to that little spin. And we're definitely down to go jump over to that. Oh, so round around Mahi.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. Slight right, 40. 4 left of the crest, 60. Left of a jump, 100. Slight right, 40. 4 left, and 6 right. Into 6 left of the crest. To 6 right, 80. 5 left short of a crest, 50. 5 right of a crest, and crest. Into sudden, 2 left, 40. 4 right of the crest, opens, 60. Left of the crest. Into small crest, 40. 5 right, 40. 8 4 left, opens. Six right, slowing, and turn 3 left, tightens, 80, crest. And small crest. It's 3, keep in to 4 left, 70. Right of a big jump, 120. 3 left, tightens of a crest, 30. 5 right,
One side.
opens, 120. Turn square left. 80, 3 right, 80. Crest into 6 left, long. Crest, 50, turn, 1 right. 130,
What a run.
6 left short. Into slight right, 90. Long crest, 60. Finish into 6
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that was very enjoyable watching
like
Punju
no concept of reality.
tackle this
This man
circuit, and
is
we're
just
watching a
going.
replay of Dirk actually going through Mahi at the moment. I loved the little spin
Yeah.
that Punju did.
More
I
practice.
just looped him through.
That was
Um,
brilliant.
I tell you what, B-Roy is waiting for an interview, so let's pull B-Roy in and see how he's finding it, because we've not caught up with the man from Florida yet so far. B-Roy, how are you finding it out there?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very hot and sweaty. The conditions are rough. I haven't done these WRC cars in a long time, and it's just yeah. I mean, it's interesting to say the least. I mean, I've been running the last 2 stages without a tire. It's been chaos. My chat is calling me a tree hugger for how much I'm hitting the trees. So I'm having fun, but at the same time, my confidence is also dwindling, to say the
Absolutely.
least.
Well, I mean, you're 8 stages in. Have you just done Mahi actually? or are you about to do Mahi? Where are you? Oh, you've just done Mahi. So you've done
Yeah.
stage 9. You're just about to do stage 10. Stage 9, of course, full of loads of jumps, bumps, and frills. And overall, you're not looking too. You're not slowest. You are
Well, that's
slowest
a
of the
good thing.
creators.
Oh,
But you're not
oh.
slowest.
I was hoping you weren't gonna say that, but I mean,
We've got to the point where not even I'm slower than you because I didn't get this far actually into the rally when I was going for all the different stages. I ran out of time, so
oh
I'm
boy.
not slower than you. But if I had completed it, I think I would have been.
Oh, thanks for that little boost of confidence, Gareth. I appreciate it, buddy.
B-Roy, personal question. What's up with the wheelbase wobbling around so much? Burning question.
Yeah, so when I was setting up the base, everybody told me that it need mounting straps. I said no, and this thing is not broken yet. So if it breaks on stream, y'all will know. Y'all be the first to see.
That's brilliant.
That's fantastic.
I don't know why I didn't set it up that way, but you know what? I think the body shake is just kind of like.
I was going to say, how does it actually
give
feel
it-
to drive? It's either really immersive or really irritating.
It actually feels really immersive. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's like yeah, it moves, it squeaks a little bit. But you know what? I mean, hey, I'm enjoying myself. It hasn't broken yet, and when it breaks, I will be sure to send you all the clip because that will be the funniest thing that I've seen all day.
Let's hope it happens on stream. Maybe a WRC stream. Rally Finland. It is it's quite a undulating track, but we got plenty more to come. Rally Sweden, Rally Kenya. Could happen at any of these.
Exactly. I mean, let's not pray because I have to pay for it out of my own pocket. But you know
if it
what?
happens on a Creator Series stream, you can expense it to Creator Series. That's not something
you know what?
that exists.
You know what? If y'all
But
want
you
to pay
can
for my
try
new rig,
You
I'm
can
not
try
gonna be
it.
mad.
Right, we'll catch up with you later after
All
I've
right, see you guys.
gobbled to Dirk about putting him in
I love
a position
B-Roy.
where he's got to pay for B-Roy's new setup. But we
Brilliant.
could go over back to the action. We've got a lot of people muted up. So Dirk Chocolate's out there on stage 10, and this is a long stage. You can see by the sectors on the left, lots of sectors, lots of time to be gained on the stage, lots of time to be lost. And we did have a service at the start of this stage as he goes
and
flying off.
That's got to be someone's died. A spectator has been grievously injured.
Yeah, absolutely. He's very, very lucky that he reset there. I don't know if that was a quick reset, but there we go.
It looked like the game might have done it, to be honest.
And he's already made 2 big errors out there. Maybe he can hear us. If you can hear
He's
us,
aiming
Dirk,
for the
crash
crowd.
again. Yeah, it's coming through here on this. I think the longest stage that we actually have, certainly the highest world record time, 9 minutes and 33 seconds. He's 2.5 minutes into this mammoth stage, and this could be a car killer.
I'm not sure he knows where he's going, to be honest. I think someone needs to give him the track map that we've got on our screens, because I don't know how he's going to do the next 18 kilometers or so. But yeah, through gritted teeth, maybe.
Payala, which is a fan favorite. That's how I'm going with it. Payala. So we're running this. This is actually sunrise again. So this is day 2 with 3 stages left, including this one. And it is Dirk who is not propping up the standings, not by any means. Patterson and B-Roy are behind him, certainly before stage 10. So let's see how they're doing. Only Vic out there at the moment having a drink on the stream, drinking and driving. But I'm sure it was a good drink, not a Bernie says don't drink. What stage is this? I've got absolutely no idea. I'm guessing stage 5.
I was going to say 5 or 6, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, that's a rock.
But only Vic's hit a rock there, which isn't ideal. But Dirk's hit enough of them tonight. Probably hit that rock as well.
How many more barrel rolls do you reckon she's done?
I don't know. I'd love to have a barrel roll count. Maybe we could get that on the.
I did say that, yeah.
But like a total barrel roll count for all of our creators out there. There's been a lot of incidents. I think it's been a mistake putting our creators in the fastest cars. And quick. So there's damage to the engine, damage to the radiator. That's fine. We'll head over to someone else on a later stage who is out there pushing. Dirk Chocolate is pushing on that longest stage, stage 10. It's 4 minutes and 23 seconds. not really near the halfway point at the moment, but carrying a little bit of damage. We also have Punju, who's in the service area for this Paella stage, and he's actually, is he going to be doing a little bit of fixing? No, he's actually just switching to different sets of tires. Patterson out there as well. He's doing a 5-minute 01, and B-Roy just starting that stage. Of course, we're just speaking to him and glancing off a telegraph pole.
Yeah, lots of everybody, well, majority of people out on runs at the moment. I found it quite funny, only because we got away from her just driving
We got a
straight off the
Google Pixel
track.
advert. Yeah, I'm very confused. I'm blaming that on Twitch Nitro. I bought Twitch Nitro for this account, and it hasn't worked. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what's happened there. I bought Twitch Nitro and it hasn't worked. But
Yeah.
B-Roy, let's go and actually ride on board with B-Roy, because he looks like he's be going quite a quick part of the stage. So we could go full screen, bring up the camera to the left, and watch that shake of the standings. Oh, every time we go full screen with someone, they make a mistake. And that was a big hit to the rear end there. That could have easily maybe punctured the rear wheels and
Could have ripped his wheelbase off.
absolutely. But I mean, he has just had that service, so car was feeling a bit fresh. And yeah, as we head for another spin there for B-Roy, just getting these early stage nerves out the way and looking to head forward. The man who's propping up the Creator Series standings as things stand on the road. And actually, I think that was a place where Dirk went off. So doing a little bit better than Dirk through this part of the track and heading forward.
Yeah, obviously this being the am I right in saying the longest stage of them all? So
yeah,
it really is. You'll find the most lap time staying, consistent, like Punju was mentioning earlier. Not going too fast, not going too slow, just keeping the speed, keeping the momentum, and that seems to be the magic trick for him. But I think didn't B Roy say he completed some of the stages anyway on just 3 tires?
I think he did. Yeah. So 3 tires for 2 stages. So that would explain some of his pace. But now his bonnet looks to have come uncatched itself. So that will be saying bye bye very soon. The next tree or pole he hits into, that will go flying, and it's only a matter of time for the man from Florida. As he comes, it's so fast, so technical, and just about keeps it going forward there. Hits a bit
It
of
is
a ditch on
impressive.
the left. It actually got into a nice little rhythm here, B-Roy, and that's it. Just finding the rhythm, listening to those pace notes,
Oh no!
and not doing that. And it's a shame it's resetting so much. It's not a shame, because the fact that it's resetting is probably keeping a lot of our drivers in the race still. But that could have been a spectacular crash if he wasn't reset the track.
Yeah, I think next week just turn resets off, see what happens.
Yeah, the event is 2 stages long. Only one driver makes it to the second service.
Yeah. Someone will DNF in the shakedown.
Absolutely. But looking decent here. Who else is out there on times at the moment? We can go and look. Meraki out there, looking quick. He's had a few mistakes, Meraki, but would be one of our better drivers as B-Roy goes for another spin. Let's go full screen with Meraki. He's about halfway through this stage, stage 10. And he's currently second in the creator standings. A little bit of time behind the likes of Punju. I'll get a quick view of that in just a second. I think he is. So Punju is currently sitting third. Meraki a little bit further down. He's 10th overall, and he is he's about 4 minutes off Punju. So that just shows how quick Punju is. Punju really is one of our quickest creators when it comes to the rally stages. Of course, big F2 driver as he hits that left-hander through the right-hander. This actually starts one of the stages, that sequence of corners. A little bit earlier on, we've already had that stage, but Meraki looking focused, and we've got double Meraki, which is nice. If you guys ever wanted double Meraki, this is your place to get it for one time only.
I'm liking the fact that one of them is wider than the other as well, ever so slightly. It's quite comical.
Wide boy Jake. So, as we head forward through here, about halfway through the stage, again, we don't get to see a time for Meraki. Surely Dirk Chocolate must be coming towards.
Oh, we got the split time there, 6-minute 32.
6:32 on the.
That's halfway through, no? So
yes, halfway through. So 6:32, 9-minute 33 world record pace. No one is on world record pace. A lot of time we said that it shouldn't take any longer than 13 minutes for creators to get through. And on that note, weighing it up, it's about there. So that's good. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll jump over to a different creator, maybe someone who's a little bit further down the road. Dirk Chocolate, I believe, was probably the first person to set off on this stage, and he's coming towards the end of this mammoth stage here, with only 2 stages to go for the majority of our creators through the left-hander, yeah, just looking to pick up from where he left off really, and just carry that head of steam that's putting him forward through the standings. And I wonder if Dirk Chocolate could actually get close to Meraki as he makes a bit of a moment there. Has a bit of a moment there.
Yeah, he's got some significant engine damage as well, as you can see with the indicator in the bottom right, as he did have multiple offs in this stage, and just gets some of the last splits as he decides to just see how much grip is on the grass instead of the gravel there. And
Yeah, that
yeah,
will be
will he
limiting his
will he
speed.
pick the correct way this time? Oh, just.
Yeah, the engine damage will be limiting his speed. It's not steaming, so that's one thing that's good. It's not so damaged that's pulling out, probably maybe yellow damage for it. We do have one more service left. That is before
He's gonna
the
need it.
final stage, but we do have a mammoth few sectors, and we do.
Yeah,
have
that's what the
also
damage does for you there.
what's that? Oh, yeah, this is right. Okay,
Yeah.
this is exactly
See the radiator cooling fluid
Yeah.
just leaking out the front there.
So the damage, just slowing this down, and yeah, just crawling along. And that is a car. I hope there's a service station for her soon, because that is a car that won't make it very far, if that's the case. So we'll head back to Dirk, who's about to finish the stage 10, but he does have another long stage in front of him, 22.9 kilometers, and it is the reverse of this stage basically.
Oh wow.
So you know, he's got basically a sector and a half plus the stage again to get through, as he has a big moment. And look at his face in the corner. He's he's shocked by that one.
Yeah. Do we want to bring him in after this one if he was waiting? Get his reaction before the.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
You can have a look at the what a
quick shot of
damaged car looks like here.
Only Vic's car. That's a bit broken, I would say.
A bit.
The i20. That is unrecognisably not a Hyundai.
It's bodywork.
But shows how strong Hyundais are.
Left the rear wing back in stage 2 or something.
Yeah, not having a great time. What stage is she on? It'd be good to know in the background. But
Oh my lord, he goes for another.
pirouette. There we are. He's rolling that car. That's the second time we've seen him do it today.
Yeah, definitely not going to be his last, I'd imagine.
So it's quite a challenging stage. This it really is quite a challenging stage.
Almost over for Dirk though.
And now he's got to go back the other way, basically. So 12 minutes and 29 seconds. That's basically 30 seconds of only a lot of time. Dirk, heavy breathing there. And I tell you what, we're going to put him straight in. And
get a reaction to that.
You know, Dirk, we enjoyed watching you go for another roll out there.
Listen, I'm actually quite proud of that until the very end.
It was very controlled, quite calm, and then you just got a bit scattered at the end. Is it once you make one mistake, because we saw you hit the rear end and go for a little spin, that caught you off guard, and then made a few mistakes after that? Were you chasing time, or just not in the back in the right flow?
I would just once you lose the flow and you make a mistake and you hit something, you're just there thinking, "Oh, what did I hit? What did I hit? Why did I hit that?" And then the next corner's coming up, and you then hit another tree, and then you end up doing a barrel roll. Apparently,
we caught it again. Is that your second barrel roll, or you'd rather not disclose?
I really picked up my third. No, it was a really long stage, and I was like, just get to the end of this. And I was in a good flow. It was just one mistake always leads to another mistake.
Yeah. Well, you got to do it backwards now as well. So you're looking forward to that?
Yeah.
No, because my tires are absolutely dead, and I don't think I have a service.
There's no service, not until the final stage, which is the end of the next stage.
This is the final stage.
This was stage 10, and then stage 11 is next.
Two more, mate.
Then you got the power stage, the super stage, which will be worth an extra 5 points if you win it. Are you going to go for that?
I haven't got any tires left. How do I? There's 2 more. Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Did you
They
do
tell
the
us-
Bungie did a little trick where you start the original stage, get to the end of it, and then you get an extra. Do you do the recce, the shakedown on the original stage, and you get an extra set of tires if you get to the
I
end of
did
it?
the recce.
You did
I
the
did
recce,
the-
so you
you
got the
got
extra
the-
set of
yeah.
tires.
He's still out of tires.
Where are they then?
Maybe
You're
you
out of
left him when
tires.
you did one of your barrel rolls. Yeah. Fell out the boot.
Look,
Yeah.
this is so hard, man. It's so hard. Like,
Well,
the fact there's no reset button, not reset, restart button is so difficult.
yeah, you find it quite hard because do you use do you use that as a bit of a clutch when you're normally playing in this game?
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, I made a mistake. I know what to do, not to do next time. This is like, no, you don't. You make a mistake and you're gonna pay for it.
Do you want to know the good news?
Go on.
You weren't last on that stage, and you're not last overall in the creators.
Well,
Patterson,
yeah,
slower.
no, I
always
expect.
slower.
Where am I? Am I like second or third? Like, am I up there?
You're third of the creators, out of 6.
Buzzing.
He's got a podium finish
I've got a
so
podium
far.
finish, that's right.
Oh, that's when he went the wrong way.
But you've got about
I-
3 minutes behind to Patterson, and you've got I think about 2 minutes, 3 minutes up to Meraki. So it's going to be quite hard to gain that time.
Here we go.
These
Standings on
them
the
two
screen.
have been playing this game not religiously, but they've been doing it for a while, whereas I'm intermittently, so that's my excuse.
It's always skill issue. It's always a valid excuse, Dirk.
Skill
Fair
issue
enough.
is genuinely a real, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we'll let you head back down that 22-kilometer stretch and try to make the car to the next service. Yep, enjoy that one, Dirk.
I don't know if Punju's still in the middle of his. Yeah, here we go.
Purge is just coming to the end of his this long stage, paella, and that is literally just how you say the Spanish dish. But I'm not joking; it's just like paella.
Paella.
So paella.
Yeah, paella.
Paella.
He starts saying a dish instead.
It's paella. It's a nice rice dish with chorizo, and it's also a 22-kilometer.
It's really good. I think.
Oh, yeah, that only Vic is started. That's not ideal to start. What you can do is you can change camera angle, but it's fine. Oh, look, the smoke just blows away. That's fine. That's not a problem. Punju has finished that
class.
stage third as well. Only 24 seconds off Lembar on that mammoth stage. Let's get Punju in here. I wanna congratulate him. Punju only 24 seconds away there on that stage. How are you feeling after that one?
Man. Oh my! I don't think I've cooked like that in a long time, dude. I was on fire start to finish. That was unbelievable.
Well, you'll be happy to know we missed nearly the entire stage because we were talking to Dirk, crashing. But so you were on it there. I mean, 24 seconds away, in front of Hamizold. You've been battling with him quite a lot in the standings, nip and tuck. Overall, it's not looking too bad for you at all.
Yeah, he's the guy I'm trying to beat today. Is Hammy. So he's a friend, and I would like to beat him for sure. So this feels good. Him and Reggie are the two that I was like, I gotta beat these guys.
Overall, you're only 15 seconds apart with 2 stages to go, and one of them being basically the return of the previous stage.
Yeah, it's an exact mirror. It's just the reverse of this exact stage. So I actually like the reverse of this stage more as well. So I do feel better at the next one.
Really? Okay,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
So we're gonna get an
Yeah,
overall stage win then.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that. We got Vlembar in here. Vlembar is another level, dude. Like, I mean, you've obviously seen his times, right?
Yeah,
He beat
I mean,
they're
better than
Timmy
yours.
on the next one. Yeah, that's insane. I've never beaten him this entire round.
Yeah, well, Vlembar has literally led every single stage.
Yes.
He's quickest on every
Crazy.
single stage,
Yeah,
which
he's
is
unbelievable.
it's incredible, isn't it? It's absolutely incredible pace. Maybe we can get a Vlembar appearance maybe on the
Almost
stream.
no penalties as well.
I know. Dude.
Throughout.
It's like not even fair because he's like clean with it too. Like that's what's so annoying, dude. Like it's not just like fast, but it's like fast and really clean. I've
Not
watched him
glancing off
completely.
things and using the environment. It's just solid.
Which I'm definitely
Doug.
doing. I'm having quite a few of those. Flips and tucks on the wall. So yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
overall, you're just not doing too bad at all. 2 minutes and 50 behind him, so not too bad with him. Obviously, in a bit of a fight with Hamizold, Simon Pepe, he's not too far away at all. But Meraki, quite far back. He's like 5 minutes back from you. So you are really setting the standard in the WRC Creator Series club.
Awesome. He's the next closest creator, right?
He is, yep.
Meraki?
He's the next closest creator, and by next closest, you've basically got 2 stage distances ahead of him. So
Wow.
Wow. I do want to also mention this. Infratic, if you're watching, You talked a lot of smack. You that I have no skills. I'm wondering what you're thinking right now, sir.
That's the gauntlet. Emphatic, you've got to get involved at some point. You've got to get into one of
Exactly.
these. You've got to get
Exactly.
involved. Punji, we'll let you head back down that
Thanks.
stage and we'll see how you do. We'll
Good
try and
luck.
keep a close eye on you. You've already set yourself up to fail because you said you're quicker there on
I know,
the
right.
return leg. So
Yeah.
we'll see how you do.
You shall
But
see what's up. I refreshed my source as well for you guys, so I got you.
oh, beautiful. Look at that.
Woo.
Punji sorted it out
course.
for us in the background. Yeah, we should be able to watch Punju in just a second once we fix that in a bit. But Patterson out there.
Where's he going?
And Patterson he's either on the return leg or he's not. I think he's indeed on the return leg. So he's nearly past a couple of these Mama stages. We also have that super stage coming up at the end. We'll try and get as much action for that. It's quite a short stage, being only about 2 minutes 45 for world record pace. Indeed, it's only 6.1 kilometers, starting with a big hairpin to the left on that final stage. But this is the second to last stage, which is Paella, but reversed. Chorizo's reversed. But Paella, isn't it? We're saying it's
Yeah.
Paella.
I think,
it's a great
fun
way to
fact,
say
I'm
it.
pretty sure on one of our, older commentaries together, I'm pretty sure I ate that while commentating with you.
Yeah,
So
those were the days, weren't it, Alfie, where we could just eat during our broadcasts rather
actually
than
spaghetti
2 minutes
bolognese while someone
beforehand,
goes down the
and then
inside at turn one.
both getting a glass of water just before starting the broadcast. That
Yeah.
definitely didn't happen today. While we
Roll
were
the
running
intro
late.
twice just because you had to let the cat out or something.
Nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed. So only Vic is stuck in a ditch. She can hit escape and then get a 20-second penalty, but only Vic may be facing the end here. This is a very damaged car. The i20, it looked indistinguishable, and I mean the amount of penalties she's picking up for like resetting. So it's she's stuck on the circuit. Right, okay, so that is
Oh.
terminal damage. That is big terminal damage for only Vic. So I'm not sure what quite stage she
Oh.
got to. She can go in reverse. Oh, she can't get up the hill. Right, okay, I
Oh,
see.
wow.
So the hill is too much for it. It's like a bit like, do you know when they're testing vehicles out, and they put them against a really, really steep
Yep.
hill? It's like that, but it's not a really steep hill. It's just a very broken car. So yeah, I think that may be.
She got even more stuck. She just got even more stuck.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
5 minutes 28. I think that's only meant to be a short stage as well. So she's having a bit of a bad time now. Obviously, having a few wheel issues. We're hearing,
Yeah.
and she said that she's just got the Moser and no force feedback from the game. So
Yeah, fair
Moser,
enough.
sort out your wheels. I'm not looking for a Moser advertisement, clearly. But Punju is out there on the return leg of this long 22-kilometer stage. And
Yeah.
he is he hyped himself up a little bit here. 22.9 kilometers he has on the stage to find some time, and he's in a very close battle with fourth place overall in this club. Can he do it? He's just got to focus up here. He's got to really focus up.
I was gonna say he just looks so chilled out in the zone. Like he's just taking the car. Well, I say do its thing in the corner. He's telling the car what to do, and it's obeying obediently and like, just flinging it around at 180. Is just going smoothly for him. Nothing else really to add. It's just almost perfect.
Yeah, so just hooking it together. He's just got to hit that flow. Dirk spoke about it a little bit. He said that he's got to. Well, how come half the name tag has disappeared at the bottom? I quite like that. But he's just got to hit that flow. And if you have a mistake out there, it's so easy just to fall out of that flow. We saw that with Dirk, of course, hitting that tree. I think he hit a tree, did a spin, and then next thing you know, he was upside down over on his bonnet.
Yeah, he said he couldn't stop thinking about trees or something like
that. So yeah, I mean, this is it. This is really the last big place where you can gain a lot of time.
Yeah.
Next stage being quite a lot shorter. Of course, 5 points up for it in the Creator Series Championship. I think really Punju is on a bit of a victory lap here when it comes to Creator Series standings. Of course, creators in a separate standings to the people who are in the club. And Punju, so far his track time coming out of the stage 10 that we've just had is 51 minutes and 46 seconds of rallying time. So he's looking for maybe about 1 minute 10 overall once we get to the end of it. So it'll just be over an hour of rallying for him. But I see a seriously impressive time for the man from America.
good workout. Yeah, I mean, he said himself he was getting very hot and bothered. I think B-Roy commented on that as well. I think Dirk commented on that too. Everyone working hard, clearly hustling the car through the corners, and it's a demanding spot. I'd imagine it's way more demanding in real life. The G's, pure G's, compressing your spine, going up and down these hills every time through the corners. It's nothing like F1, but it's much more vertical.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a complete sensation overload, really.
Yeah.
And as you go over the crest, you've got to really be powerful on them. Keep on the throttle. Certainly, don't go on the brakes because that can tip the car over. And you want all of the weight on the rear axle as you land to help minimize any kind of spins coming out of those jumps. And also, quite a lot of jumps and crests actually are quite blind and go into a turn, so you've got to think about that. Not just jump coming up, but there's a left after. I've got to angle it so the car is sideways on launch off the ramp.
Yeah, and I do find it amazing how how safe this actually all is. I mean, considering how close all the trees are. Like, if you have a crash, it's not even too bad half the time.
Yeah, well, that's it. The number of people having crashed, it's who crashes the least here in the
Yeah.
Creator Series.
Still
Meanwhile,
stuck.
only Vic is. I mean, fair dues to her for his perseverance.
At what point do
here.
you stop?
Yeah, at what point do you just think, right, escape? I'm not making it up this hill. But only Vic, I think, reversing here. I think the thing is, if there's a service at the end of the stage, it'll be very, very tempting to go it. But it is a 9 minute 35 time, so 30-second penalty. I think she's trying to get in that drink that we were talking about earlier. So Punu about halfway through the stage now. Patterson was a little bit further along on this stage, wasn't he? So he must be near the end of that one. And he's going to be one of the first ones to complete it. Yeah, indeed, Patterson, there he is on the left. We can have side by side. Patterson gets a little bit out of loose and crashes into a very small shrub.
Yep. Commentator's curse there.
Yeah, absolutely. Not for the first time tonight.
No. God, so it's like the 20th time.
Yeah, B-Roy also having problems. I think the question is not who's spun out there; it's who's not spun at the moment.
Yeah.
Patterson, I mean,
it is, as much as it's pace and consistency. I mean, I suppose that all blends into how much of an endurance race it is as well. And that kind of goes back to what I was talking about with how kind of
only Vic
hot and
has
sweaty it all gets.
given up there. So stage 7, she made it to Sakosi, and the terminal damage, it just wasn't going to get up that hill, was it? Maybe we could get only Vic in for a bit of a conversation. But once Patterson's across the line, we'll do that. We'll get only Vic in, and we'll just watch Patterson finish his stage, and then we'll have time to speak to Vic. Obviously, a few wheel technical difficulties today, so not able to make it to the end of the stage, but fantastic to have her participating in this event. We had you have 7 more rounds after this one. If you've enjoyed it, it's been absolute carnage at times, both on track and in the broadcasting room. I can tell you, very ambitious.
Oh,
that's a big problem, isn't it? That's going to be affecting his steering for the rest of the stage.
I wanted to say he is towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, he has a service coming up very shortly, so maybe he's just making sure he got some damage so he could use that service up. But it's only a short service, so I think that's just 15 minutes of times he has to work with. So usually that's just replacing one component completely. It's usually about 20 minutes, so he'll have to do a quick fix here or there to bodge that through the final stage. But he's coming to the stop point control now, and he's gone into the stop point control, and it's going to be big damage. There we are. He did hit the timing split there. But that's not a way to end the stage. I tell you what, let's pull Only Vic in for a quick conversation.
Yeah.
Only Vic, we've seen you struggle out there to get up the hill. It didn't happen, and Rob is super happy because we've got your camera sorted as well this time. So,
lovely.
Where did it go wrong today?
It went wrong when so I went for kind of the recommended repairs rather than actually using my brain and doing what I thought was correct. I was like, yeah, the game will know.
Right.
The game didn't know. Left me with like a broken radiator and everything, to the point where I literally started the next stage with smoke coming out of my car. So I was like,
I think we saw that.
So that was, I was saying, oh, maybe you're trying to get to the end because the service is at the end of that stage, but you're on stage 7, so that you actually start with a service and you fixed the wrong parts.
Oh, that's what I did. That's what. Yep, that is what I did. Yep. So that's great.
I mean, that's to be honest. I'm surprised you're the only person to crash out so far. With the amount of times Dirk's been upside down, it's been truly ridiculous. But
Bloody.
there's been B-Roy's been upside down, Dirk's been upside down, you've been upside down. I think
Oh,
like
amazing.
only Punju probably hasn't been upside down at this point. We just watched
Oh,
Patterson full spirit into a tree at the end of his
did he?
stage. Yeah, so we've all been making mistakes out there. But I mean, do you enjoy these type of cars, or is it maybe other rally cars that you enjoy in the game a bit more?
So these are very fun. They're really lovely to drive. They're very like nippy, but I do also really like the Fords as well. The Fords are very, very fun to drive.
Yeah, I like an old Focus RS and Ford Escort. That's one of my favorite cars. I think that is in the game as well. So bonus points for anyone who picks the Ford Escort when we get to those rounds. Well, we'll jump out because a lot of our creators are finishing the penultimate stage. But thank you very much for joining us, and
No
commiserations for making it to the
worries.
end. Maybe next
No
time
worries.
you'll have force feedback, which will help you greatly.
Hopefully. Thank you for having me. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Bye bye, Vic. Right, okay, we can pull Vic out. Punju's still out there on track.
Whoa!
And hitting a tree.
The
There we are.
curse strikes again. That's got to
The
be
amount of times
investigated,
it's
surely.
happened today is unreal, isn't it? We go
Producers
on
playing
board
funny business.
and a creator makes a mistake, and uncharacteristic mistake for Punju. I mean, it is a long stage, back to back. Two of the
Yeah.
longest stages. It really is a bit of a curb stomper
wow.
right at the end of the day here. But Punju's still doing good out there. 9 minute 38 world record pace around here is a 9 minute 30, but he's just got a sector and a half to go. 22.9 kilometers of
Look
rallying
at the
we've done on the stage.
concentration.
And,
He has locked in now
he's
in
full
these last
focus.
few minutes.
And yeah, he's full focus. Well, I mean, what can you say about that focus mindset? You're a big karter, aren't you, Alfie? You do a lot of karting.
Yeah, it is the difference between, going slightly wider at a corner and absolutely nailing the racing line. Even just an extra thought or two in your head, one distraction really just set it apart from the rest. And so it is super important to have a clear mindset as he just takes a little bit of grass, a little bit of a hill there. But I think he's almost at the end of the stage now, and yeah, he's just going on two wheels for fun at this point.
Yep, so stage 10, Punju did in a, I can check this out, he did this in a 10 minute 59. He said he's a bit quicker on the return leg. The world record pace is about 3 seconds quicker. So we'll see if he's gone quicker this time out or not, even with those couple of mistakes we've seen him. Just minor mistakes running out wide, nothing mega.
I
like
think he's
we've
made
seen
too many
from other races.
mistakes.
And it's going to be very tight, so he's going to come to the first timing beam. It won't split there, and it is going to be slightly slow on the return leg. I think, very, very minorly slower. So 3/10 slower on the return leg there for Punju.
Marshals!
As he just goes straight into the marshals. He has no respect for them at all. But
It'd be quite funny if they ragdolled off into the distance. Imagine that.
we do have quite a lot of people waiting for interviews. So let's get Patterson in first. Let's get Patterson in for waiting for interview. Patterson, we saw you go straight into a tree at the end of that last stage.
No, you didn't. No, that
Was it
didn't
a pole?
happen. Yes, it was a pole that was in lots of leaves.
It was a dressed up pole.
Yes.
I mean, how have you enjoyed it so far? Because one more stage left, the super stage.
Yes.
Are you looking to? How are you doing tires wise? Do you feel like you could maybe get some points out of this super stage?
Yeah, I think I can. I'm going to smack some super softs on, I think, and just go for it. The last one was just tough, I think I nearly barrel rolled at one point. That was really tough.
Have you done any barrel rolls yet?
No, I didn't. But I was so close.
You've still
I'm
got one
really...
stage left. You can
Yes,
still do it.
we might finish on the barrel roll, but I did have a problem with like the jumps. So I'm jumping, and every time I land, my car spins to the side.
Are you going over on the throttle? Are you powering on the throttle? Or are you braking?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely
okay. I don't know.
hammering the
I
throttle.
can't give you any advice.
Absolutely hammering it, and I think that might be where I'm going wrong.
Okay. Roll over them. Roll over them.
So I might have to just tap the brakes a little bit.
I mean, in real life, I think in the game people generally tend to roll over them or accelerate over them. But in
Oh,
real
okay.
life, certainly some drivers like Gronholm, who was a master around here, I think 8 Rally Finlands he won.
Wow.
He would brake at the top just to bring the nose down a little bit.
Yeah, that might be why I need to do that. Then.
And you can't gain too much time over the jumps, but you can gain them by spinning them and getting them wrong. So
That is it.
that's a nugget of information for you, Patterson. We'll let you get on with the final stage, and we will pull in Punju, who has just finished that mega stage, slightly slow on the turn leg, very slightly slower there.
Oh man, I know. I am sad with myself. I should have done better.
You should have
A
done
few
better.
more mistakes.
Yeah, we saw a few. It was a bit rusty towards the end, wasn't it? A few
It-
errors.
Getting hot.
There were some bad ones there for sure. I am sad because that now puts me 3 seconds behind Hammy
Ooh.
combined.
Oh.
Only 3
Wait,
seconds though.
I just did the maths. I have to not only beat Hammy by 3 seconds this next stage, I then have to also win the entire stage by 2 seconds. Because the next closest person to him is only 1 second in front, and that's the leader of this last stage.
Right. Okay. Right.
Doable?
Kinda. I have a lot of damage. My car looks like a
Oh.
Christmas tree. So
You got a little at the start of this one, though. You got 50 minutes of service, haven't you?
it's only 15 minutes. Yeah, it's not a lot. So I'm having to make a choice right now between do I take brakes, body work, radiator, or exhaust. I really don't know. I'm gonna say probably not the radiator because I don't need the engine after this one.
I think bodywork. You got to make it look fresh for the final stage.
I was thinking too.
Priorities, Gareth.
Do you know what I mean?
I
You got to
like it.
arrive in style.
You're right. You're right. I
It's
mean,
like
at the end of the day, yeah. I'm gonna.
It's like my Renault Scenic. That arrives in style anywhere it goes. Beautiful. 2002, 135,000 miles on the clock, and only a few dents. Do you know what I mean? And
Hey,
that's
you call it a Renault Scenic because it is a scenic car.
exactly. You enjoy the life in it as you're going.
How many barrel rolls have we done?
I've only done one so far this entire
Really?
event.
So Patterson has
Oh,
less
yeah.
barrel rolls than
You got to cross the line upside down for a bonus point.
It's almost impossible on this stage, but I'll see if I can try. It seems like a really difficult calling, but you know what? You never know. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know
Well,
if I
thank.
want to do a yard sale across the line, though. Never know.
We'll try and catch a stage. I believe a few people are out there on the final stage, so we should absolutely try and capture them on this final stage and move away from Punju. And yes, right, there we are. Patterson out there at the moment. He's just starting the stage, and we are seeing just the top left-hand corner of him. So we'll come away from that. B-Roy
Oh,
out there. I think he's missing a wheel. So that's him watching something back, certainly. It's a replay. This is a
Is it?
replay of his final stage, is it? I'm
it
not
looks
quite
like
sure.
he's missing something, doesn't
Of
it?
his long stage. So that's not good. Dirk Chocolate on the final stage, though, on this power stage. He's going to be the first man setting a time, 2 minutes 55 through the third and final slip.
Oh,
And splits the bark there as well, crashing into a tree. Another error as we join on board. It's truly glorious. Surely it's not just joining. It's people actually just making quite a lot of mistakes because it's
gotta be.
too much of a coinkydink so far.
Cool, Keating. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's nothing else really to add to that. I think you've really just got to avoid making the mistakes around here because that's where you're losing the most lap time. Like, you might make one mistake and be like, it's only one mistake. Then you make another and be like, it's only 2 mistakes. But it is adding up over and over. And, you know, it's easy to forget that.
Absolutely. So coming to the line now, Dirk Chocolate's going to be the first person, I believe, to finish the day and hits the final stop point control. 3 minutes 47, 2 minutes 45 being world record pace. So just a minute off world record pace there for Dirk Chocolate. Carrying a little bit of damage there. You have to remember the world record's all set in time trial where damage is basically wiped off. So Dirk Chocolate finishing there. And let's try and pull Dirk in just to see how he has finished off his race there. See if he unmutes himself. He was in the broadcast waiting room, so we'll see if he unmutes himself. Patterson out there, he's about halfway through the stage, so we'll keep an eye out on that while speaking to Dirt Chocolate if he's going to unmute. Dirk, are you there?
Radiators in the bin a little bit.
Yeah, the radiator's not in a good state. That's all from that tree he hit really hard at the end of that final stage, wasn't it?
He's doing so well. He smashed into the
his car was
whatever
fine.
it is at the end of the finish.
Right, Dirk has joined us. You finished that stage, 3 minutes and 46 in the end there. I mean, we joined you and you made a mistake. It was only a little mistake, but I mean, how has it gone overall today?
hate my tires. Tires suck. That's what I think of today. Tires. If I had decent tires, I would have been fine. But my tires were dog turd. Ah, that's.
Very clean there. You kept it
Oh.
PG. Yeah, I mean, was it all just you didn't? Because some of your drivers had saved a set of softs just for that final power stage. Do you not feel like you'll be getting top marks there? As we see Patterson, he's only about a minute away from your time so far going through the final split. I think very similar. Actually, I think you were 2:58 through the final split, so he's 1 second quicker than you at this point.
I make a mistake at the end where he'll catch me with a stupid tree that was sticking out. So on that alone, he'll get me. But I think, to be fair, I realize I'm far better than I actually am. If I just iron out those creases, I'll be okay. Because it was only ever like 1 or 2 mistakes, but they were big mistakes, and that's what cost me time.
Absolutely, fair enough. Well, thank you very much, Dirk, for being involved today, and I'm sure we'll see you in later rounds next week. Are you there for the Rally Sweden? You were speaking about it being.
Yeah, I think I'll be there. Sweden's one. I'll make sure I am, because Sweden is one that.
Are you going to win in Rally Sweden?
No, probably not. I'm not gonna lie. But I reckon I'll be strong. I don't think I'm gonna win it, but I'll be strong.
Do 5 barrel rolls instead of 4.
I've done it before in Sweden. I've got a clip somewhere.
I
There you
can
go.
confirm that Patterson went faster than you on the final stage.
Yeah,
Dirk.
thanks for that.
So,
Thanks.
yeah.
Thanks for that. That's brilliant, man.
We'll
Cheers,
drop you back off into the pool now. Goodbye, Dirk. And thank you very much for joining the booth. Patterson there. We'll get him in. We'll have a little bit of
Oh
interview
my,
as he
look at
comes
that
over
car.
and has that final few reflections while Meraki is out there. Patterson, faster than Dirk on the final stage. How did it go out there?
in! That is my biggest achievement today. Is beating Dirk. I love to see it.
Well, how did the car feel at the end there? Because it looked to be a bit
knackered.
down on power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was knackered. Look at it, it's smoking, and that's not dust coming off the road. That is pure turbo
Radiator
leaking.
fluid.
Everything is just leaking out of that car right now.
Yeah, but at least the bonnet's off, so that will help
Yes.
with cooling.
We'll get a bit of cooling.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Although you do have to go fast to
don't
get
tell
cooling.
Meraki's just had a bit of a moment as well in the background.
That is
so
things we love to hear.
the ditch, and you could be faster than Meraki here. I tell you what, we'll keep with us until Meraki crosses the line. Punju
Oh yes.
also, I believe, out there on a lap as well, so maybe we can get 2 wide with Punju. And yeah, Punju was just about to finish. I don't think you're going to be quicker than. Are you going to be quicker? No, you're not going to be quicker than Punju. Punju's on a very decent time here, and I think it could be fastest overall. 3:02 is the fastest overall. Can he beat it? Goes to the line, 3 minutes. He does the fastest time of anyone. He tops the final stage. It's the first stage that Punju takes, and he is faster than you, Patterson. I must say by saying that.
Yes. What time did I do?
You did a 2 minute 57. 3 minute 57. Sorry, 3 minute 57.
3:57. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a
something like that.
3
Or
flat.
minute, no, it was 3 minutes 50. It was 3 minutes 58 that Punju did. That was a cooking lap there from Punju.
I think he might have done enough to beat Vlembar. Might have.
Well, he beat Vlembar on the stage, certainly. I don't think he beat him overall, did he? No, Vlembar first overall. Punju is third overall. Reggie, he's just. Do you know what? Over the whole overall, actually, sorry, no, that I was talking about stage 1 there. I'm very, very good. He's only 4th, so he only did a 4th. It's 3 tenths between him and Hammy, who's the person he was racing in the background. So that's it. Meraki out there. He's coming to the line. Let's see what kind of time he can get in.
Really good
and,
final
the
stage.
other Jake, of course, Patterson in the booth with us. Meraki doesn't beat your time on that final stage. So you're faster than the other Jake. You're the fastest Jake on the final stage.
Fastest Jake at WRC. Love to see it.
I don't think overall.
I'll take WRC. He can take F1.
Nice one, Patterson. Thank you very much for being here tonight. And he said, thank you very much. So quickly, they sound like Elvis. So we're going to get Punju in to talk about that lap. You just cooked. You just cooked.
Oh, I know.
You beat Meraki. You beat everyone.
I know.
That was incredible. We were watching it. I thought it was maybe a 3 minute 50, and I was like, it's a 2 minute 50. He's cooked.
Yeah, I was flying that final stage. It was unbelievable. I don't know what was going on. I found like a groove, and I just started just banging in the corners, left, right, and center. Wow. And I knew, like, as I came across the line, I was like, I'm looking for a 2:59. If I get a 2:59, I'll beat Hamasold. And I got 3 minute .2.
Yeah, yeah. So
I lost to him cumulatively by 3/10.
3 temps, three
Wow.
temps over
12
over
seconds.
an hour and hour and 5 minutes, hour and 6 minutes of rallying. That's
Correct.
how close it can be. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Hey, dude, that was a great run. That was really fun. That was really, really fun. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun tonight. It's been chaotic, trying to manage where people
for
are on
sure.
different tracks. I mean,
Yeah.
you're used to hosting these kind of events yourself, so I'm sure you're well versed in the chaos.
They're quite
Um,
wild. Absolutely, yes. Quite wild.
but yeah, I mean, have you had fun? That's the most important thing.
Incredibly. That was insane. It brought out for sure the best rally I probably have ever done. I don't know what
Wow.
was going on today, but like I just hit a flow state. Like the moment like I had my first shakedown, I was really nervous and like I was feeling good all the way up until I clicked shakedown first.
Oh,
Felt really
really?
off. And then the first shakedown and I knocked my right rear like pretty bad in a shakedown. I was like, "Uh-oh, this is not good." But I told myself, "No, it's just the rust. I'll be fine. Give me one more shot and I'm just going to go commit. I'm going to say I believe myself. Give myself a quick positive self-talk. So I believe myself. And then boom, second shakedown, I flew. I was like
It's
5 seconds
amazing.
faster. I was like, all right, I got this. And then turned on.
Cooking. I mean, I did a shakedown when I ran it, and I flipped the car, and it didn't really work out that damage was going to carry over into the race at that point. So
Yep.
I actually started the first stage with just 3 wheels,
Oh
which was
no.
which
You
was
can
not.
you can repair in between shakedown and the full thing. You just have to go into vehicle
Yes,
setup.
I
Get
didn't
repaired.
realize that until after starting. Um, so anyway, I
Oh
prop up the
no.
board.
This is
You
why
are
you're in the booth, Gareth, not
It's
the
a
track.
very clear indication of why I'm in the booth. A very clear indication on so many levels. The only person, Punju, to win a stage, and it's the most important stage to win, that extra 5 points is going your way.
We'll take it. We'll take it, man.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
We
Yes.
can have the overall standings as well. Let's go over and watch the overall standings. And
hear it.
yeah, 4th position in the end. So
Not bad.
I mean, it's good, and you look. I mean, you have to go quite far down the board to find our next creator. And 9 minutes slower. Maraki is overall. We'll get Maraki in for a chat in a
Wow.
little bit. So Maraki and Dirk Chocolate, not too far away. They ended about a minute apart. I think actually less than a minute apart overall, and I think that's quite good because Dirk actually probably did quite well over the final stages, or Maraki did quite badly because it was about a 3 minute gap between those at one point.
Oh wow.
So
They caught
Dirk
up a
closed
lot.
that down. He closed that down, but he didn't overtake him, so it was all for nothing.
Oh man.
Dirk
That's
wasting
one of
his
the most
time
fun
yet
things
again.
about rally is like you get halfway through and you realize, oh, I've had a bit of a rough one, but I can come back. And then the back half of it, you just like turn it on and you watch every single stage. That's 30 seconds gone. That's 30 seconds gone, and it's intoxicating.
Brilliant.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Cool.
So I mean, day one is done. We'll of course have 8 more rounds. What combination are you looking forward to the most?
I'd lie to you if I said that the next one isn't one of the best ones. 97 to 2011 Sweden's are exceptionally fun.
What car will you be rocking? Have you decided yet?
Mini Cooper, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
Undoubtedly Mini Cooper. But I also am honestly extremely excited for Group B 4-wheel drive at Kenya. I decided to give people a torture round, two technically, and that's a
Yeah.
big torture round because I mean, yeah, brutal.
The fastest cars, Finland, and the fastest cars in WRC history today. That was a
Well,
brutal initiation.
It was rough. This one actually probably isn't even going to be the hardest round. I think round 3 at Kenya is going to be harder,
Wow.
honestly.
Okay, so people have a breather next week, and they've got to get in their head in the game by the round 3. Is it 4-wheel drive Group B rally cars as well? So
it is, yeah. So I was at least decently nice, but I mean, the 4-wheel drive just means that they get 200 extra horsepower. I'm not even joking. So you're looking at 600 horsepower monsters that are stick shift from the 1980s. And rally drivers used to say this, are faster than you can think.
Yes.
So
yeah, the pace note drivers wouldn't even look up. They'd just feel the road and keep looking at their notes. It's incredible.
That is wild.
If you want to see crazy rallying and crazy crowds, go and look up Group B on YouTube. I think Slapshoes just put out a really good YouTube video on it as well. So go and look at that. So yeah, I mean, Punju, massive delight. I'm really excited to kick off this Creator Series WRC Club. I've got that all the way. WRC EA Creator Series Club. I've got it written down in front of me. And no better way to start off than kick off the Creator Standings with being the first winner in the Creator Series WRC.
I finally won a Creator Series race, technically.
Technically, once you discount all the people who aren't the creators.
Yeah, exactly. But
With
whatever.
caveats.
Yeah, we won the last stage. Yeah, we'll take it.
Exactly. You won the last. You are a Creator Series stage winner. There we
Yeah,
are.
we'll take it. I mean, we also
Without
never know
caveats.
because there could be more people coming in, and setting their times as we go right now, and then by the time I wake up tomorrow
That's
morning,
very true. That's very
I'm
true.
soured.
People in chat, go and beat Punji's time.
Oh, hey, quit it.
Right, Joy having you. We'll move you back over, and we'll see. Meraki's muted up. We'll see if he wants to unmute. Let's just drag him in and see if he unmutes. We haven't actually been able to speak to Meraki yet so far in the broadcast. There he is. He's on this phone. I think he's playing Flappy Birds or something, or Crossy Road at the moment. And he's got some Prime benefits popping up as well. Come on, Meraki, unmute. Can he hear the broadcast? Can he not? How long? Should we just wait it out? I mean, I've got all night, to be honest. I can just wait until he unmutes. Meraki. There we are. He's getting in position. He's definitely getting in position. He was definitely playing Crossy Road or Super Mario Run. Meraki, hello. Second overall there out of the creators. How did that go?
Horrifically.
You were losing a little bit of time to Dirk through it. Dirk, you had a 3-minute lead on him.
Yeah.
Ended up 30 seconds. So he's found a few stages were quite rough for you.
So I think my game bugged, right, and it wouldn't let me repair my car.
Right.
So I was trying to repair my car, but it was grayed out the entire time. So I thought, I guess I just have nothing to do. So I did that on the final stage. So I went 12 stages without being able to repair my car. I thought,
you fixed
I might as well. I might as well just quit and go back into it, see if that fixes it. I go into it, I can repair. Everything is like medium or heavy damage. Literally everything.
Medium rare.
It was horrendous.
I
It's
mean,
so bad.
So that would explain why you started to lose more pace because you weren't too far away from Punju over the first few
Yeah.
rallies, but then
I
you
felt
ended up
like-
being not too far away from Dirk Chocolate, which is two ends of a spectrum.
Yeah,
in the end
so
there. Still in the second though.
in that first half, I felt really, really good. I thought, I'm not too far from Punju, who is far better than me at this game. Like I say, the Punju on WRC is like me on F1. Like he's way more confident in this kind of area. And then I started noticing my damage getting worse and worse and worse, and that repair button still being grayed out and not being able to do anything. So I was just trying to focus on getting P2, and luckily we did. So I'm somewhat happy about that, I guess. That's the main thing.
Considering the damage had in your car, that's not half bad at all. It's brilliant.
Yeah. I had no front end. My engine was dead. My radiator was gone.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, not too bad. Next time out, we've got. Are you racing next week? I'm not quite sure. Are you confirmed for next week?
I should be. Yeah.
Well,
It's
we have the 97 to 2011 WRC cars at Rally Sweden in the snow. What do you feel about that kind of terrain?
I like snow. So
in real life or in the game or both?
Yeah, both. Let's say both. It's honestly now that I know that all I've got to do to repair my car is go out of the thing and back into it, I'm way more confident. Because the last like 4 stages before it, like I thought to back out, I was just driving in an absolute boat. Like every time I was going so slow that a 4 was pretty much a 6 for me. So I could go flat out through a 4. That's how slow my car was. So now that I know, I can actually repair my car. If I just back out, I'm happy. So I'm looking forward to it.
You've learned something today. You can take it away
have.
as a learning experience, and next week you can repair your car and maybe keep it with Punji for a bit longer.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, we'll see. We'll see. And yeah, it's great to have you here. Back-to-back Creator Series days, of course, for you. Being part of the fight yesterday. Did you come third in the championship or second in the championship? Third in the championship.
I came third.
Okay. Well, we're not going to talk about F1 here anyway. Well done on that, Meraki. Another podium in the Creator Series and another podium today, coming second. So
Mr. Consistent.
Mr. Consistent, exactly. Thank you very much, Meraki, and I'm sure we'll see you next week. And I think finally we'll just finish off by trying to talk to B-Roy, if B-Roy's around. He's muted up, but it'd be lovely to talk to the man from Florida.
Hello.
How did you find those final few stages there?
I'm not gonna lie. Very rough. Should I go through the list of things that went wrong?
Is there a list? How long is it? Is it A4
Um,
list, two-sided?
way too long to even think about. But but no, I changed. I when I got to the repair station, I felt really good, and then I lost both right side tires. My gearbox decided to fail me in second. And yeah, I mean, you guys can kind of imagine it kind of went downhill. But
Second gear is good 1/5 at a time, though.
yeah, I mean, it would be nice not going from first to third and just having anti-stall on, and then not having it take 3
You just got to
seconds to
keep up the
shift.
speed then. You know what I mean? If you go too slow, you're going to go into second gear, or you're going to miss second gear. So you know that's just see, it's better than missing fourth gear, surely.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, but no, I mean, this whole thing was super fun. I'm super happy to have been a part of it. I mean, rally Finland is just a really tough
Hmm.
stage and country to race at in general.
Trial by
So
fire.
trial by fire, exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, I got through about 11 and a half minutes of the second longest stage, and with having no wheels and no anything
Yeah,
on the
we did
car, it was
actually
just kind of
spot you about
impossible.
wheels, which is not optimal.
No.
But I mean, looking forward, I'm not sure how many of these you're involved with, but do you have any combinations that you're looking out for, tracks and combinations of cars that particularly excite you? Of course, next week we have the World Rally Cars 2011 to going back to 1997. Those cars. We also have
Mhm.
Group B in round 3. We have some Group A cars as well in Rally Mexico and some junior WRC cars later on. Do you enjoy a certain spec of car a bit more than the others?
Yeah, I definitely the next week the WRC 2011 through 1997 cars. Those are definitely something without a turbo is definitely going to help me out because that turbo was really tough to manage. Like even on conservative, that thing would just rip without warning, and I couldn't control it. But yeah, WRC the junior formula cars, the junior WRC cars. I'm really looking forward to. I don't know if S2000's on that schedule, but S2000s were really nice to me when I did an event with Williams. So I'm excited for the rest of the season. I'm obviously gutted to be DNF'd, but hey, you know what? That's just rallying sometimes. That's just uh I can't call myself the
Oh, you
Florida man
DNF'd?
calling the crate. Yeah, I was
I didn't
dead.
even realize. I
Yeah,
thought.
no, I pulled off to the side of the road. I was doing 50 miles an hour on the
Oh,
longest straight, and I was like,
I
yeah,
didn't.
Was
I
it
yeah,
was
when you
wondering
only
so
had
why.
two
I
tires left?
refreshed and I couldn't see
yeah.
you on the final stage.
Yeah,
Um.
no, we didn't have
Oh.
there was no final stage. Just
Oh.
dead
Right,
in the
okay.
water.
Right. Okay. Well, 2 DNFs today, so you join only Vic in that position, and
Yeah,
not bad company. So yes, that sucks. But anyway, I hope you've had fun.
it was a lot of fun, and thank you guys for putting it on. Thank you to everybody who was watching. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for commentating, and Rob behind the scenes. You guys are absolute goats. So appreciate everybody. I hope to see you all next week.
Yes, we appreciate that, B-Way. Thank you very much. And that will come to a close of the podcast. Should we just get the standings up one more time? Just one more time, just to see the overall and see how well Punju did. Next week, we'll actually have a Creator Series standing to go by. Of course, 25 points scored for the overall Creator Series win for Punju, plus 5 points on that stage at the moment. Of course, you could go out and beat him. You could also get involved with this club if you own WRC, EA Sports WRC, that is. Even if you don't own EA Sports WRC, you can get involved by, of course, getting EA Play, using the 5-hour trial to be part of the club. It's only an hour and a half of rallying, so you can get on and complete all 12 stages if you're that good. I didn't, for instance. You could get involved, and absolutely everyone is welcome to be involved. We'll get clips on streams in future weeks. We'll have full standings, and maybe if you're good enough in some of these, we'll pull you in, and we can have you in the broadcast, and that would be really awesome to see. So please do get involved. This is a situation where the more the merrier. We really want to have people setting fast times and beating our creators. Alfie, anything to say?
Well,
Did you enjoy it?
it
It
was
was
a
your first
plunge into the
WRC
deep end
experience.
for rallying, definitely. I think definitely learning on the fly,
Yeah.
quite literally, cars flying over the hills. But
I was trying not to say paella for half of it.
Yeah.
So
I'll have to bring that next time. Next time we're here.
yeah, we'll all start with a
Show
bit
some up to
of
the camera. Yeah.
spicy Spanish sausage. So yeah, I mean, fantastic. I really enjoyed that one. Thank you everyone who's tuned in to this new era of Rally on the Creator Series. And yeah, thank you very much to EA Sports, of course, for helping support this venture. And yeah, we look forward to future weeks. Alfie, where can we find you generally?
On Twitch, on the Twitter page as well. Not particularly active, but hang about in here a few times a week. So yeah, look out for me all those places.
Also, I'm at Gareth Allen TV. You can find me on all the social medias with that. And also, F1 Creator Series is our handles across YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Bebo, TikTokio, all of that stuff. So thank you very much for tuning in. And we will see you for the playoffs on Saturday for the F1 playoffs. And then on the Monday after that, we'll be back for Rally Sweden for the second round of the WRC EA Creator Series Club. Thank you very much and see you then.